106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Welcome to your KROQ. We are Klein Alli Show. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Klein. That is Alli.
Morning.
DJ Omar Khan, the audio sniper right there. Jake Z Nerd. And in the back room taking the calls, Postmaster Johnny, 800-520-1067. And Vanessa, who is very stressed out for understandable reasons. She's been attempting to keep track of all of the many taco pictures that have come our way, all of the posts, all of the DMs, and she's going to give us an official tally count coming up a little bit later this morning. The goal, 10K for L.A.
Can she count that high?
I don't know. She says every time she gets to 5, she starts over. So
she used a lot of fingers and toes.
A lot of fingers. A lot of fingers. So we will...
I do have a system, guys.
Well, whatever your system is, Vanessa, it seems flawed because I think I liked one person's picture on Instagram yesterday, and Vanessa goes, please stop responding or liking any photos. It's all part of my tally.
Yeah,
so
just to go 1 potato, 2 potato.
Right, so she had to start over because she accidentally counted one taco twice. And the reality is, it doesn't, the tally is great. Our goal is, of course, to help an influx into the taco selling community, our little thing that we can do to try to help LA and some of the people that are struggling right now. But the reality is, Vanessa, what you're taking it so seriously that
we are serious over here. Hello.
Yeah, someone has to take things seriously around here.
I know, but that means what? None of us can even respond and say, hey, thanks for participating?
You can respond. I was saying don't repost a photo because then I'll get confused.
Okay, it became a whole issue yesterday. We had to start the whole thing over again. I think the first 200 tacos we didn't even get credit for.
No way.
I think so, because it was all
you gotta
washed.
eat them again.
Gotta eat them again. Anyway, keep eating them tacos all day long. Let's go, LA. Let's make it happen. We got a decent show planned for you. It's a summer ticket blowout continuing today. Blink-182 tickets in your future. Lumineers tickets in your future. And more. Alli, there's been an update, believe it or not. I know you claimed earlier this week that you are a, quote, pickleball prodigy.
Which I'm regretting. And
then you said you would beat anyone at pickleball, and we said you probably can't even beat an old person or a child. And
I didn't say I could beat anybody. I just said the first time I played, I was good. And I think I've got that it factor where I could be really good at pickleball. I think this is my sport. I didn't say I was an expert.
A lot of people reached out, and they said, if you know anyone who's ever played pickleball, their response after playing has always been, wow, I think I'm pretty good at this. And that Alli is like every other sucker that went out there and attempted to play some dinkin' and dunkin' with the pickleball. But there is a couple of messages for you on the GOAT line. And some people want to give you praise because they say that maybe this is your thing.
Hey, what's going on? I'm calling for the pickleball champion of the Eastern Regional Lesbian Conference.
Is that your title?
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to get a sash and everything. Jake, make it.
Quite a few people that have actually called to challenge you, believe it or not. And I think that we've got calls from adults. We've got calls from children. And we've
very cocky.
Very cocky. Very cocky. And we have a lot of calls from people that just wanted to say that they participated in eating tacos.
Fine, Alli. Happy Taco Tuesday. I ate 54 tacos, and I'm really sick right now. My butthole is en fuego.
Alli Show. In the human world, having an STD is probably something that's embarrassing, even though Alli claims everyone's got them. So let's just all normalize the fact that we're all walking around with STDs. And Alli is proud of the fact that she is a herpes carrier.
No. Well, number one.
Spreader.
Okay, thank you.
In the dog community, I would say the equivalent is fleas, because it's humiliating. And if you're a dog owner, to have to admit that you've my dog has fleas, and then you have to tell other people, and they give you that look of shame, like, are you dirty? Are you filthy?
It's like having leprosy.
So I brought my dog in here last week, and my dog played with Jake's dog.
God, you brought your dog in a lot.
A couple days in a row.
Oh, my God. There's 3 days in a row. I thought you were going to be another dog guy. I was like, we only can have one.
Well, Vanessa really likes it when I bring Jerry by.
I love it.
But it's like a therapy dog for Vanessa, and she likes to ride him around the office.
Hey.
So I let her do it, and then I brought my dog home, and he has fleas now. And I'm convinced that he got fleas from Jake or Jake's dog.
No way!
Don't
Jake.
blame Jake. I mean, it's probably true, but don't blame him just because you decided to bring your dog into work.
How often?
Could be Vanessa.
Could have gotten fleas from
would it be
Vanessa.
me?
That's a good point. I shouldn't rule out all the
She's
suspects.
the one probably hanging out at parks the most.
Yeah, you're playing in sandboxes and stuff. Those things are loaded with fleas.
That is where most of the fleas live, in the sandbox. I'm so itchy now. I'm getting bit up constantly because
Dude, why are you in here then? When you've got fleas, they're going to jump onto me, dude.
Yeah, you're all hairy. You have fleas.
I have them now, Jake.
Probably
but
got them from you.
No. We sit around and watch
You're patient zero, dude.
Every time you unstrap that dog from that weird fanny pack you carried around it, the thing cannot wait to start itching itself, and it looks like it is so. Alli, how many times have we seen Jake finally takes that dog off his weird harness, and the dog just starts tearing itself? It's so itchy all the time.
That dog is itching constantly, and I think it has either fleas or some kind of a condition. And I have said something about it several times.
We all have, Jake.
And I said, please, can you get your dog looked at and get some kind of medication, because
And
I
she
think
got looked at and has meds. She's fine.
For meds for what? Fleas?
She just had her flea meds over a month ago.
Yeah, well, guess what? They're not working, dude.
Yes, they are. You want to get an inspector? You want to go through it with a comb?
that sounds disgusting.
No, I don't
want to
do
do
that.
a flea off.
But
I want
I
to go through you with a comb.
I'm convinced. Well,
Dude, don't let your dog get close to Klein.
No kidding.
Klein's going to give Kibby fleas, dude.
So disgusting.
I only
freak.
have fleas now.
Klein's only going to give Alli fleas.
Great. Now I have fleas.
And
I have
herpes.
herpes and fleas. But I never said really that I have herpes.
Well, you just admitted to both
Didn't
of those
you?
things.
Your whole family also have lice. You're the gross ones with weird things crawling all over your body.
First of all, the lice never made it to me, and you would think they would have loved
yeah, but
me.
your whole your house had lice, and now
my daughters both had lice because they had there was an outbreak at the school, and everyone's got lice.
And didn't one of your houses just have skunks or some weird crap like that?
I have had a house with skunks.
Your houses are always like these Noah's Ark of disgusting animals that somehow they make a nice home
I feel
in the
like
Klein home.
You're like the Pied Piper of fleas.
Yeah.
I feel like we have moved past the issue at hand here, which
is
that,
me blaming
which
Jake.
is that Jake or Jake's dog is
I have never seen a flea on my dog. Yes, she does get itchy when it gets hot out, but she has never had a flea that I've seen.
But Jake, the story checks out.
Well, in Jake's defense, his dog is has atrophied muscles and never goes to a park or does anything.
Never goes outside.
She just sits in a bag. Your dog is actually out and about. You walk your dog every day. Your dog probably goes to different people's houses. You're the one who's bringing your dog everywhere, and he's walking around.
But the dog had no fleas. I brought the dog here a few days in a row, and the dog picked up fleas and now has fleas. And once a dog has fleas, they tell you pretty much have to burn your bedding. I mean, not burn it, but
it's so hard to get rid of them.
Yeah, they say you got to wash everything, and even those cool grenades you got to throw in the house and leave for an hour.
No, you got to get those sticky lamps. The one where they jump in and they stick there, and then they slowly die on the glue traps. Those are the ones that work.
Wait, those are for fleas?
Yeah,
what
they're
do they
great.
do?
They're like these little lights that you put all around your house, and they have sticky paper on the bottom, and all the fleas are attracted to it, and then they jump in there, and then they get stuck to the glue trap, and they die.
I feel like I'll get stuck in that thing.
There's probably a lot of bad things that can happen from it, but it works.
I only benefit of it is I do like the fun thing where you get to throw those bug bombs. That's a fun feel. I feel like that's what like a real soldier feels like.
Throw bug bombs. They're not like flash grenades, dude.
Yeah,
they're like little raid bottles, and you just press a button.
No.
It's not like all
And
like you're in
this
the
is what
army
they
or
feel in
something.
Mission Impossible.
What are you talking about, man?
Are you doing a barrel roll for no reason?
There's a countdown on the microwave.
Why did you jump out the window? The door is right there.
That's what I was planning on doing later. I was all excited about it. You're saying I don't have to do all that?
No wonder. You probably love getting fleas.
Well, anyway. Oh, hold on. Interesting theory on the text line. Who on the show has new animals? Perhaps these fleas originated with Alli's new cats. Didn't
I
they
don't
come?
have- no, my
didn't they
cats
come
don't.
from a home with 40 other cats? That house definitely
Yeah,
has
but
fleas.
she checked them for fleas before she released them to us, and we've never seen them itching or anything, and one of them is white. You would be able to see fleas crawling all over him.
510 is pointing out Johnny has syphilis. Why are we not talking about that?
Yeah, that actually is an interesting point that was brought up on a Showtime podcast, and we talked about doing some kind of an STD test for everybody on the show.
Well, we can do the STD
Lot of
test
projects.
for everyone on the show. That's fine, but I would like the dogs to be involved as well, and I would like to get your dog tested, Jake, because I think your dog has fleas.
How do you even
You're wrong.
test for that, though? I think
Just
you
look
have,
at him.
Yeah, you just have to look at him.
It's a her.
Oh,
Kimmy's dog is a her. He keeps telling us that.
sorry, just look at it.
It's once again, it's a her.
Look at them.
We have to take a break. When we get back, we have $100 of Alli's money.
Why don't you go in the other studio? This is making me nervous. I don't want to, because I do have cats at home. I don't want to spread this to my kid and my cats.
I'm telling you, I don't think there's. I think we just have to embrace
You're
it now.
literally itching yourself as
know.
you tell me.
Oh man,
We are flea people now. Just accept
I don't
it.
know. There's no we. We're not flea people.
We are,
I don't want to be a flea person.
We're flea people.
I have
Hey,
enough problems with my body.
Rich, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Okay, Klein, one bit of advice here. There's a thing called flea season. Whether you're aware of it or not,
And you're the
that's right.
spokesperson. Congratulations.
Yeah, and you just introduced everybody to flea season, but in reality, this is flea season. This is when they come out, like flowers bloom.
Oh,
this
great.
is flea season. You're in it,
Well,
and your dog was outside, so your dog probably got him out there.
No,
Yeah,
my dog
your
got it
dog
from
is
Jake.
outside.
Welcome to
Kibby's
flea
not
season.
anywhere.
Everyone's
But that
talking
nerd hole.
about the first official day of summer. No one's talking about the first official day of flea season. But here we are, guys, and I am
Stop
itchy.
itching your body.
Come right back when we return. It's Allie's money up for grabs. If you want it, call now. 5 questions about the news. Let's see if you've been paying any attention. Give you $100 after this quick break on KROQ.
Ladies and gentlemen, KROQ.
No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands. On a KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including Turnstile at Exposition Park October 4th. Lord at the Kia Forum October 18th.
Never be royal. You'll never see on screen.
Bleachers at Great Park Live October 25th. Heim at the Kia Forum October 9th. Back with the Pacific Symphony at the OC Fair July 30th. And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. Courtesy of Golden Voice.
Hey, this is Beck. Keep it on KROQ to win.
Before we get to the news, there's been a real battle happening here as Allie's been half in, half out on her spring break getaway. Who is better at delivering the news when Allie's not around? Is it Postmaster Johnny? Is it Jake the Nerd? In this exciting edition of ADD News, we will go back and forth, and you will determine once and for all who is better at delivering the stories, Johnny or Jake. It starts. A news battle royale starts right now. We'll start with Jake, and then Johnny, and then Jake, and then Johnny. 4 rounds of news. You will determine who's better at bringing us the stories. These are all stories that they hand-selected, by the way, so that's a big part of the process. Go ahead, Jake.
All right, in his new book released on Tuesday, Mark Hoppus from Blink-182 has revealed that one time in 2004, The Cure's Robert Smith tried to make out with him after a show. He said, "I've seen him several times since, and it's been totally cool, and nobody's talked about it. But at an after party almost 25 years ago, everyone was drinking and having fun, and Smith was, quote, feeling saucy and having a good time. Hoppus said, my wife and I are like, all right, we're out, see you later. And then Robert tries to kiss me. noting that no one except for members of Blink-182's road crew saw it happen. He continued saying, he was my hero. I grew up listening to this guy's music, and it changed my life forever. Then he tries to kiss me at a party. I'm like, I should have done that. Why not? It's a much better story than he tried to kiss me, and it was awkward. It had been rad to have been like, yeah, I made out with my hero.
Yeah, I wonder, Omar, you're a big Cure guy. You identify as a straight man, but if Robert Smith of the Cure tries to make out with you out of respect, do you just make out with him anyway?
Nothing about that man is attractive to me. So
right, so you would not.
I have to be, right, exactly. I would have to be attracted to the, whether it be a man, lady, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about this. If it's someone that you respect the craft.
I respect him, and he's incredibly talented, and yeah, he changed my life too. You know, he's my favorite band, but I definitely would not make out with him.
I would do something way gayer than make out with him. I'd play pickleball with him.
Okay.
But that would probably be the extent of it. I don't think I'd let him kiss me. But I mean, yeah, I'm sure Hoppus, all these guys probably think to themselves, and I'm sure they all have a bunch of stories that they have never shared publicly, and then they just think to themselves, eventually I'll write a book one day, and all these stories will be useful.
Chester Bennington tried to kiss me one time. I should have let him do it.
Chester Bennington of Linkin Park tried to kiss you one time.
Yeah, man. He came right at me. I had to put my hand over my mouth, and he kissed my hand.
I feel like he can't even defend himself now, so who even knows if this is a real story?
It's totally true.
That's cap.
What were the circumstances?
Back when they first started...
He saw Jake's giant boobs and was like, oh, man, you got to get in on that.
Motorboat time!
He came right off stage and kissed his wife, who was standing right next to me, and I was just joking, go, where's mine? And he came right in for it.
So
that sounds like Chester for sure.
Yeah, but he'll go for the joke, but you tried to initiate. Yeah. It's not like he saw you and found you and said, this is a attractive man. You were just trying to be funny, and he was like going to not leave you hanging.
Yeah.
That's a good man. Well, I would like to believe that we can all think about Chester Bennington right now and at least feel good knowing that he never had to kiss Jake the Nerd. We can all feel good about that. All right, Johnny, story number 2. What do you got?
All right, here we go. Nice and quick. All you Coachella fans, listen up. A 3.0 magnitude earthquake has hit 7 miles from Calipatria this morning at 1:55 a.m. And be advised, this is the second earthquake to hit this area, as a 2.7 struck 9 miles from India.
There was an earthquake, I believe, during Coachella a few years ago, if I remember correctly. Like, as people were there in the desert, they got an earthquake.
No reaction, huh? They didn't care.
I don't think people even knew what it was, because you're at a festival. It's a great place to be like, I don't know what that was. That could have been one of the thousands of bands here.
It didn't stop Nicole Alvarez.
So, yeah, no, Nicole Alvarez will be a survivor. She will be there. All right, story number 3, we go back to Jake the Nerd.
With the tariffs and inflation on the rise, people are always looking for a deal, especially when eating out, which can get easily very expensive. According to the Consumer Price Index, menu prices have risen almost 4% since last year. And to help out, some restaurants across the country have the unique approach of, instead of the very expensive seafood towers, offering hot dog towers. One spot in South Carolina
says, of course, Fat Jake is reporting on this story.
I was going to say.
What, the hot dog tower? Did that come up in your algorithm?
Over and over again.
Yeah, I believe it. Go ahead.
One spot in South Carolina says you can get all 5 of their specialty wieners served on a tower with truffle fries and dipping sauces for the low bargain price of $60. Another spot in Massachusetts says their tower started at $35. Even on my weight loss meds, I still eat it.
You know,
I love the hot dog.
Yeah, no one should be a bigger supporter of the hot dog tower than Vanessa, who loves the hot dog. The seafood tower, I believe, is the most expensive thing you can order at any restaurant ever. And I know this because one of those times we went out as a show and Jake knew he wasn't paying. You better believe he ordered the seafood tower.
No, I ordered the steak. Alli ordered the seafood tower.
Well, whatever it was.
And everyone liked the steak, and no one liked the seafood tower.
Yeah, nobody ate that tower.
Yeah, it was just a giant smoking tower of seafood. And it looks cool. I see it go around. I'm super jealous of other tables that have that at nice restaurants, but those are like, I feel like they're $200 minimum for a seafood tower. Hot dog tower's got to be under $50. Probably worth it. All right, final story, Postmaster Johnny. It's a real back-and-forth news battle on the show today.
All right, here we go. All you Trader Joe's hoes, this one's for you. Trader Joe's is back at it again with another viral product that has got people lined up for miles, and it's, of course, the Trader Joe's tote bag. But this time, the bag costs $2.99 and is available in pastel shades of blue, pink, purple, and green.
How's this news? Is this a commercial?
What are you talking about?
It's news.
This is news, Vanessa?
Yeah, the girls go crazy for those tote bags.
My girl sent me a video last night saying, "Hey, look at this."
Are they fighting for them? Like people beating each other up and trampling for them? Or how does it work?
They're domesticated now, so they're all waiting in line like lamos.
What is that, Johnny? Domesticated.
They're domesticated.
Johnny may win the battle just for that sexist comment right there. Congratulations, Johnny.
All
well
winter
done.
cats.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, there you have it. Earthquakes and tote bags and hot dog towers. There's your news. We get into a brand new hour of the show next on KROQ. Hey, the people, and you are the people. Alli brings her money to the table every single morning around this time. Chance for you to get $100 richer, and all you got to do is know more about the news than she does. She sits around here most mornings when she's not bragging about her pickleball skills. She is thinking about the news, which she will deliver later this hour and every hour on the air, the ADD news. But has she been paying attention? Has she been covering the right stories? We will test that knowledge in a moment, and you will make her put her money where her mouth is. First, though, Jennifer, you've been waiting on hold for a while. What's going on?
Hey, greetings from Indiana.
Greetings from Indiana. Thank you for our growing audience is apparently all over the place. Hi, welcome.
Hi. The reason I'm calling is because you guys are driving me nuts. It is you scratch an itch, you don't itch it.
Did we say that?
Yeah.
You called us all the way from Indiana because that was bothering you this much?
Yes. Well, I'm actually from LA. I just moved out this way.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What do you think so far?
Honestly, you guys doing a good job.
No, not us. I'm not talking about us.
We're talking about Indiana.
Except for the itching.
Indiana.
But you guys seem to have a real flea problem, and
yes, we do have a flea problem. Okay, great. Well, enjoy her flyover states. She's one of yours now.
It's funny that she's like, I'm from LA. I'm like, really? It sounds like you're from Indiana.
Yeah, I think she's backwards. Maybe she moved to LA recently and she's from Indiana.
I don't know.
Anyway, just trying to scratch that itch, baby, every day. Let's say hi to your contestant from Pasadena this morning, Alli. You'll be battling. Let's say hi to, hello, good morning, welcome to KROQ. Is this Lucia?
Yes, this is Lucia.
Okay, you're going to battle Alli for $100 of her money. It could become $100 of your money. I hope you get these questions right. She will sequester herself outside of the KROQ studios. Okay. These are all questions involving things that are actually in the news, and you have the chance to go first. If you tie Alli, she holds on to her money, so you have to beat her. Do you understand the rules?
Okay, yes.
Great. She's leaving. Your round of Alli Knows the News can begin right now.
Alli Knows the News.
All right. MGK and Megan Fox have finally revealed the name of their new baby. What is that baby's name?
It's something crazy. I know they named it so bad.
I will accept that as an answer. Something crazy, so bad. I will accept that as your answer.
It was, Start with an E. I'm going to go Eden. I know that's wrong.
Question number 2. This TV chef / Food Network star sadly has passed away at the age of 55. Don't worry, it's not Guy Fieri.
And Burrell.
And Burrell. Go to question number 3. This stoner comedy is about to get another sequel thanks to the Cobra Kai creators that will be releasing and creating another sequel for what stoner comedy classic?
What? I'm gonna say that
You strike me as someone that would know a lot about stoner comedies.
stoner comedy.
Just give me an answer.
All right, I get it, Vanessa. We all want it.
Okay, I'm gonna say Barbie: Life in the Dream House.
All right, and question 4. M&M's teaming up with this movie to release their new Mega Peanut Butter M&Ms. Another movie question. M&M's teaming up with which movie before they unveil the big Mega Peanut Butter M&Ms?
Mega Peanut Butter M&M. Spider-Man.
And finally, this animal was hit with an arrow while roaming through the IE. This animal was just hit with an arrow. Breaking story right now. Which animal was hit with an arrow?
A donkey. A donkey.
Okay, all right. It's amazing what things you know and what things you don't. I am blown away. But let's bring Alli in and we'll score it together. Let's see how you do. Will we pay the people? Will Alli hold on to her money? If you are playing along, let's see how you would have done. And tomorrow morning, you'll have another chance at that same $100, assuming that we don't give it away to this woman right now. Alli, here we go. Back in the studio. Question 1. MGK and Megan Fox have revealed the name of their baby. It's always a big deal when celebrities have a baby. What will they name the baby? What is the name of this baby?
The baby's name is Saga Blade.
All right. Saga Blade Fox Baker is the official full name of the baby. Unfortunately, our contestant did not get that right. She said it was something dumb. Alli does get the point.
Saga Blade.
Saga Blade. We go to question number 2. Alli's up 1-0. This TV chef, Food Network star, sadly passed away at the age of 55. Don't worry, it's not Guy Fieri.
Yeah, it's Anne Burrell.
All right, she got that as well. She's on the board. Alli's up 2-1.
Someone I always thought was a lesbian, but wasn't.
Oh, she wasn't a lesbian?
I guess not. I was like, oh my God, she was my favorite cooking lesbian. And they were like, she's survived by her husband. I was like, what?
Alli's devastated. Question number 3. Alli's up by 1. This stoner comedy is about to get another sequel thanks to the Cobra Kai creators.
Yeah, I think it's Harold and Kumar.
That is the correct movie, Harold and Kumar. Back to White Castle, another sequel. I don't even know how many they've done, but I feel like there's been at least 3, and then they did a holiday one, too, I thought.
I think we're seeing a resurgence of dumb comedy, and I'm here
Great.
for it.
I love it. We go to question number 4. She did not get that one at all, so Alli's up by 2 now with question 4. M&M's is teaming up with what movie to release their Mega Peanut Butter M&M's?
Mega. Is it a superhero movie? Like
That's what she guessed as well.
The Mega M&M.
Mega.
Is it a new Avengers movie?
Good guess. Wrong. She said Spider-Man. Wrong. Jurassic
Oh, damn.
World. Rebirth. And we go to this final question. An animal. This animal was hit by an arrow while walking around the IE.
A donkey.
Oh, that is. Wow, I can't believe I ever knew that story. That's true. She got that
Where
as well.
in the IE, do you know?
It was Omar's backyard.
Oh, man, I missed it.
And, you shot it. You didn't miss it. You hit it.
Oh, okay.
You did the opposite.
Time for dinner.
All right, Lucia, you put in a decent effort. Unfortunately, for right now, we sent you home with nothing. Although I like you, and I'm going to give you a tiny towel just for joining us for Alli Knows the News, all right? You don't get $100, but you're going to get your very own limited edition Klein Alli Show Vanessa Tiny Towel. She claims it is a Lifetime Achievement Award-winning product that will save you after sex or after a shower or when you got to wash it.
After sex.
Well, you didn't say it, but we all did.
Yeah, and
That's
after
right.
30 years, maybe it'll be worth $100.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, Lucia. Claim your tiny towel. Oh, look at that, Alli. We got some new music. This is somber.
Oh.
Back to Friends. Just when you guys accuse us of only playing the same... We have?
Maybe not us, but Nicole has.
All right, well, finally, we're getting some new stuff in the mornings here on KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alli Show, encouraging you, 10K for LA, go out, eat some tacos, even for breakfast, as we attempt to help fuel an industry that is being ravaged right now by all of the ICE raids that are taking place. And even people yesterday that were trying to help us and be a part of the 10K for LA said that their go-to taco stand that they hadn't visited in a while was like not there. A lot of people were responding and saying it's really sad. So if you can support, please do support, and you can tag us in all pictures. We'll get the official tally coming up, I think, later this hour or just after 8 o'clock. But you've done some great work already in one day, LA. Very proud of you. And people seem appreciative that we are putting a little bit of effort behind this.
When you get a butt dial, Klein, is it just from your mom?
If my mom calls me 90% of the time, it is unintentional, and it's her butt. And then when I tell her later, hey, you called me 9 times in a row this morning, she's always shocked.
But it's someone you talk to on a regular basis. Yeah. Last night, I received a butt dial from someone that I don't talk to very often at all. And it was a very mysterious, very X-rated voicemail.
What do you mean X-rated? Like they were having sex?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm interested in what you think and what your theory is of what is on this voicemail, because this is just a piece of what I heard.
Ow. Ow. Oh, my God.
Gay. Right?
Vanessa, that's so quick to judge. What is that?
This goes on for minutes.
But maybe the guy needed help. Like he was pinned under like one of those IKEA furnitures to topple over on
He's
you.
in the bathroom after all those tacos.
Maybe this guy was 10K for LA.
Anything could have been going on, but it starts like this.
Hey, Siri, shut the f*** up.
Whoa.
What?
Wow.
So aggressive, man.
Wow.
Damn.
That's the first thing you heard?
Yeah, and this is a guy that I know, but I don't. I can't even tell you the last time I talked to him on the phone was when I was trying to rekindle with old friends when we were doing our forced resolutions. So it's been a very long time since I talked to him. He hasn't called me since that rekindling
let me try to
moment.
remember. This is when we forced you to call random people from your phone you haven't spoken to in a while.
Yeah, and
you
this
had
is the guy I went to
really
elementary school with.
Is this the guy that's like
He's like a rocket scientist or something at Stanford.
Oh, he's really smart.
He's super smart, and I called him, and he was like on the way to Curacao for a vacation.
He sounds smart based on how he yells "F you" at Siri.
You know what it reminds me of? Remember when that paraglider crashed and he had Siri call 911?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Hey, Siri, call 911.
Yes.
Call 911. Emergency.
Yeah.
Right?
That sound. Play yours, Alli. Now, hold on.
Ow. What the f*** is the volume on? Goddamn. Oh.
What happened?
Are you talking to me?
Can we find it? Do you have the guy's number?
Not only do I have his number, we decided to call him because I wanted to confront him about this and see if he remembers anything about this.
Well, let's just play some bets for a second, because if you get you wake up, you have a random long ass voicemail. Usually, we all experience this, and it's someone that did not intend to call. And you usually just hear the sounds of pockets or someone walking. It's
I woke up to it, and I was like, "Oh, this must be a drunk dial." But then, as I'm listening to it, because remember Shannon Sharp did an accidental live stream of his sex.
Yeah, where's that audio? That sounded like
that was a real weird.
It sounded like Chewbacca going to town.
Yeah,
there's a lot of like. It was real guttural.
Yeah,
right.
This is.
Do you have the audio of that?
Let me
because
see.
that. Once again, another accidental, and I think he accidentally.
Klein's never been so jealous.
Man, I've never made that noise or made anyone make that noise. I mean, it's wild. I got to start doing that more. Maybe I just.
What's you? Ow. I'm this person's end. It's not done at all.
And this is your guy.
Yeah.
How long did this message go on for? You got?
3 minutes.
Wow. All right. Well, hold on. Vanessa says he's on the hotline now. Let me say hi to. Should we say his name? You think he's going to want anonymity?
Peter.
Oh, hold on. Let me get him on. Hold on 1 second.
Sounds like he's playing with a Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Hi. Welcome to live radio. You're on KROQ. What the hell was that?
Well, I think we all know what happened.
No, none of us know what happened at all.
Either you fell out of an airplane or you were having sex with Shannon Sharp. We don't know. We don't know what happened.
and an accident happened, and Alli got the best of it.
What was the accident?
No, what do you want me to say, Kevin?
We want you to tell us what happened exactly, because this is
painkillers. Ow.
There's words that I can't say on the radio. That
well, don't worry, we bleeped them the first time around.
Can you in a slightly cleaned up version? You hurt your junk, or is this in the backside?
No, just good times with whatever.
What? Oh man,
this is less clear than the voicemail you left me.
So
I want to party with Peter now.
Peter, is there?
Peter has a boat. Remember?
Is there another person involved in this, or is this just you?
There's another person, of course.
Oh, there is.
But yeah.
So this is. So we are hearing.
Do you want to talk to her right now?
Here she is.
Alli, you know Trisha.
Yes, I do know Trisha. Hi, Trisha.
Kevin knows you too. Kevin knows Alli too.
Hello.
Hey, Trisha.
Hi.
Hi. You know this message that is this your boyfriend or husband or what's this, one night stand?
My husband.
Husband? Do you know this message he accidentally left on Alli's phone? I mean, listen. I don't know if you heard that. Listen.
Shut the f*** up. Ow. Ow.
You know about this at all, Trisha?
No, didn't know about
Ow. Ow.
You gotta be more careful.
This is the voice now. Goddamn. Ow. Are you talking to me?
Now, Trisha, are you
Is Trisha there?
Are you
or no?
involved in this? Because you're not on this recording at all.
No.
You were not involved in this, or you were there?
I don't believe I was there. And if I was, maybe...
He's in the back.
Put it back on the phone. Put it back on the phone.
Was Peter on poppers or something?
Okay, are drugs and sex involved, or both?
What?
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 Hold on. Guys, I am more confused now
Totally.
than I was at the beginning of this call.
Darn it.
Peter, was this a pleasure message or a pain message? Because we really can't tell.
I don't know if I want to continue this conversation.
Really? It's that private, Peter.
What did you say to her?
We just asked if she knows what that is. What is that? By the way, of all of the times to accidentally call someone and leave a message, I mean, this was a choice moment that Alli came in the morning. She goes, "You got to hear this message I got in the middle of the night."
I'm just fucking done. It's not done at
What
all.
time did this message come in, Alli? Midnight?
12:30.
12:30 she got this. You're having a late night.
It's not done at all. Hey, did you have one of those 4-hour Viagra boners?
Oh.
All right, now I got to go back to my cell phone. Now I got to listen to the voicemail. Now I got to do a lot of stuff.
We'll play you the voicemail in its
It's right
entirety.
here.
I don't want to hear
Alli has the voicemail. We're all listening. It's a giant mystery.
Yeah, you heard it. I didn't hear it.
Someone's guessing maybe Peter has fleas too. Is it possible that he got the fleas?
I don't have fleas.
Listen to this message. I mean, this is out of control. I can't.
I'm using like 4 or 5 different painkillers. Ow. Oh. Oh.
Are you in active labor, Peter?
I think you're about 8 centimeters dilated at this point.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Alli, I'm going to kick your butt.
Thank God Alli shared
I guess
this with
it's going to
us.
hurt.
Yeah, Alli, what would it sound like if he kicked your butt? Play some audio. Let's see.
I'm trying to be polite because we're on the radio.
Kick it.
Clearly he's embarrassed, but I'm just curious as to why he would be embarrassed.
I honestly was worried just because it sounds like you're in pain, and I think at one point you say you need a doctor. So I just want, for your sake, to know that you're all right.
By the way, you've earned the nickname on the text line. You've earned the nickname on the text line, Pegging Peter.
Oh, okay. Were you getting pegged?
Oh, I can't say that. Apologies.
You don't want to say what was happening there? You went to Stanford? I just want to point that out, right?
Yes, I worked at Stanford. I worked
his
30
phone.
feet underground with a bunch of scientists.
So now your phone's breaking up.
breaking up.
Geniuses can make their phones.
Right, smart.
do this.
All right, so you're not going to tell us what the noise is.
Okay.
Someone said, someone said, send Peter a tiny towel immediately.
Yeah, he actually, Peter did ask me for a tiny towel.
Well, sounds like he needs it.
Yeah.
I mean, he may need a full sizer.
Did that ever come in the mail, Peter? I guess maybe according to this voicemail, it did.
What? Trisha's right here.
Trisha's right here.
Trisha, we're not getting a lot of answers.
You can't just pass it off.
We're not getting a lot of answers from Peter, and we were very curious as to all of these noises that were left on Alli's message. Can you?
They sound really bad, but actually, I think he's got a couple of slip discs right now, and I was most likely there, and I was probably giving him a back massage. He has not been feeling very good because he lifts a lot of heavy stuff at work. So my guess is that's what it was, but it is an aggressive message.
Oh, okay. So you slipped a couple of discs, and he was on painkillers, and you're giving him a back massage. But sounds exactly like pegging.
He's not on any painkillers, but he has been in a lot of pain. Yeah, a lot of icy hot.
All right. Well, that is a mystery solved for now, I guess.
I don't believe it.
Sorry if it's boring.
I definitely think any of our theories are probably more likely than this one, but okay. Peter, be careful. And a warning to everyone, be careful who you accidentally call while you are making weird guttural noises, because you could also...
Shut the f*** up.
All right. Thank you. Sorry, Peter. I will. All right.
Hotter than your ex's new girlfriend and just as annoying. It's summer on Klein Alli Show. Now live till 11. KROQ.
Klein Alli Show, Jimmy World right there. Jake is about to be broken, courtesy of this show. Can we break Jake?
Yeah.
Can he eat through what has been now over 30 pounds of weight loss in the last month and a half? He's got
gained it back in a day.
platters and platters of meat in front of him right now. I don't know how many pounds.
That's awesome.
How many pounds of meat would you guess that is? It's probably as much as you've lost. I'd say it's about 30 pounds.
I feel like it's almost like over a pound a plate.
Oh, way more than that, dude. Way more than a pound
Yeah,
of plate.
I think there's probably at least 5 pounds of meat.
It seems like 5 pounds of plate. It's a mountain of meat in front of you. By the way, we're doing this because Gundo Comedy and Barbecue Festival is happening in El Segundo, June 5th through the 8th, and that includes comedy shows. Our buddy Brett Williams will be there, Jeremiah Watkins, good lineup of comedians, tons of barbecue. One of the pitmasters that I think made some of this meat in front of you came all the way from Australia just to do some barbecue here in America.
Yeah, I know.
So...
And I bet that Brad and Jake probably can eat the same amount of barbecue at this point.
I used to be able to eat Brad.
I think that Brad may weigh more than Jake now, and he's only a half a person.
Yeah.
So think about that for a second.
He's got that massive head.
I believe that is the socially acceptable term.
I need to go there.
Half a person. The big head was
You're
unnecessary.
listening, Brad. We love you.
Brad, you know we're boys, right? All right.
But your butt would be delicious.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if we're going to go cannibalistic on Brad Williams, we all start with the giant dwarf ass, right? Right? Who's with me?
Right?
All right. You ready for this, Jake? So normally now, when's the last time you've actually had a feast of this, like in front of you?
Like this? The last time I had a feast like this was that weekend that we did the Last Supper.
Now
we brought in all that food.
Oh, yeah. We should do
summer-
a side-by-side.
Yeah,
Because
the-
even him eating it,
Right.
he's looks so much thinner.
When we did the Last Supper here, which was when you kicked off your weight loss journey, we brought in all your favorite foods. You got to
That
put
was
together your
awesome.
final, like you were a prisoner on death row.
And
You
I
gave
ate
us-
it all weekend.
And we gave you everything you want.
Yeah.
Pizzas and hush puppies and all this random crap you wanted. We
I think
found
he
it
gained
all.
3 pounds just that weekend.
Just on that supper.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So
I went
now,
crazy.
so this is the first feast you've had. And the question is, here's the thing. Allie and I really want this food.
Yeah. So
If you-
I want to lick it. Can I just lick it?
Oh, man.
Oh, that would be so
I'd probably
work.
still eat it.
Yeah, that's not
Really?
gonna stop that. Yeah.
Would you really?
I would tap out
Oh,
if you
then
licked it
I
all.
do want to lick it then.
Don't lick it, Jake.
No, because I can eat this all weekend.
No.
It's just such a douchey thing to do.
Why would you just lick all the food?
Because I want to take it.
But the segment is not take it home and eat it over the
It's
weekend.
not claim it by licking
What's
it.
the segment? Oh, break Jake.
You break Jake, which is how much of this can you eat before you physically can no longer eat? You were
Well,
on.
see, I can't do that because it's gonna be. If I do that, I'm gonna feel like complete hell.
What do you think do you think he can eat one plate?
I think that Jake, previous to the Lasara, could have eaten all of this over the course of maybe the entire show. 4-hour show, he would have finished all of this
and
meat.
barbecue too. Like it's not like yes, it is
It's not like
filling.
bread, yeah.
but if you
you
like
can
mac
rebound
and
really quick.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is all good protein, by the way. I mean, this is. I'm looking, what are you looking in front of you? I see some pulled. Is that pulled pork there?
Yeah, pulled pork,
Brisket.
brisket. Yeah,
And some ribs, I think.
it looks great.
So
just dig in, I guess.
yeah, Jake, can we break? Allie, do you think he can finish an entire plate?
I think he's going to.
What was your dinner last night? Just what's the last thing you ate before you start?
The last thing I ate was half a habanero beef stick, or actually a third of it.
You couldn't even eat the whole thing.
You ate half a beef stick?
Yeah.
And then what happened? You were full, or?
Yeah.
Oh no! This is gonna go terrible.
So he's going to tap out with just like a couple of bites here.
These are so small.
All right, Jake is
Oh,
having.
I couldn't possibly finish this beef stick.
Just half the one.
Jake just ate his first piece of barbecue right now. It is. How's it taste on the tongue?
Awesome.
Yeah. See, just poor Jake hasn't had a meal in a while, and now he's really feasting.
Yeah.
See, I think he's going to eat through whatever Lasara's given him. And
Well, he does have the will to break through.
he does. And if he knows it's going to ruin our day because we don't get any of the barbecue because he eats it all, then I feel like that Jake is so spiteful and he wants to be right all the time that the idea that he knows. If you remember the day, Allie, when I was getting my colonoscopy and you guys brought in all that food.
I remember. Yes.
Everyone brought in food that I wanted. I couldn't eat any of it. Jake ate all of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That day he went to town.
Yeah, he loves just seeing you suffer
Right,
while
so
he's eating.
That's my point. I think he would rather suffer himself to
and
know
know you're not eating it.
to know that I'm suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm bummed that I can't just take it all.
What? Where's your Vanessa? Go ahead, say your thing. I know you're thinking it.
I'm thinking no.
No,
Wait, what
not
am
you.
I
Not
thinking?
you, real Vanessa. I'm talking about Omar Vanessa. Hold on.
Okay.
That's right. Well said, Vanessa.
That's not
I
what I'm
can't
thinking. I'm
take-
thinking inclusion.
Yeah.
I can't take all this meat.
Yeah, keep going, Jake. Keep saying it. Hold on. Jake is now plattering that. You can watch this on YouTube right now. We're streaming live. But Jake, in case you're wondering, is making his way. I'd say he's 20% of the way through plate number 1 already. And I think this is the most Jake has eaten at
I
one
think it's
time
less than 20.
since he started doing it.
208 thinks that we're really screwing Jake for his date tomorrow.
Well, that is the potential thing that could happen here, is that Jake could be in such bad shape after this meal that he may have to cancel his date tomorrow, which would be hilarious because, as someone pointed out, whenever Jake brings up his new love interest on the show, that is as soon as he mushes the relationship.
Yeah, we're cursing.
Whenever he does stuff quietly, we don't know about it. We hear about it behind the scenes. It's going great. As soon as we talk about it on the show, it's game over.
Oh, that's super good.
What are you eating now?
This is the pulled pork.
You moved over. You started with the brisket.
Mhm.
Now you're over to the pulled pork. Wow, Jay, I'm shocked.
Klein is so jealous.
I'm so jealous right now.
What do you eat now? How is it?
I'm so,
good.
but also I'm surprised he's still going because I really thought Jake would have had like a few bites and he would have been game over.
No, he's still pushing through.
How are you feeling right now in the stomach?
Full.
Really?
Yeah, already?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Oh my God, I could eat way more than that.
Now it looks like you have the meat sweats, but did you come in here with that already?
This is normal sweats.
Oh, those are normal sweats.
Those are Jake sweats.
Those are Jake.
Yeah.
And now, if he can't finish even one plate of this, I'm curious if Vanessa can finish more than Jake. Because Vanessa is a tiny little person.
Right, child.
Tiny little person.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Vanessa.
But I think that she could take down a plate of this barbecue. Do you think you could, Vanessa?
Oh, that's like a lot of like it looks delicious, but I'm just overwhelmed by how much meat it is.
You said you wished there was more.
We're trying
I said I wish there was a piece of corn.
Oh.
Literally what I said.
That's what you said?
Yeah,
something a child would say, for sure.
Yeah, right?
Something a child would say, for sure. Yes, a big
But
giant.
like the little salad ones?
The little baby corn. You're presented with a giant platter of barbecue, and you go, I want corn.
I want French fries.
All right, guys.
Is that it?
This is it right here.
You're tapping out? That's
This is
it?
the last bite right here.
Why? What's going on with
This
you?
segment would have lasted all
my
hour
God.
long.
I'm done after this. I feel full right now, but this is it. Because it's so good. I'm going to take this one last bite. And
That's a massive forkful, though.
Uh-huh.
There he is. Jake is done. He throwing the fork down. That means
Not even half a plate, Klein.
Not even half.
So sad. Wow.
so
The
sad.
Jake,
Perfect. Now Klein and Alli can do it next.
the Jake I used to know would have eaten all of this. He wouldn't have
I don't
left
like
any
this
of
new
it.
Jake.
I'm going to lick these plates, though.
310 says...
Yes, do it. Look it.
310 says, knowing Jake, he's going to eat until he throws up, and then he's going to puke on the other plates just so Klein and Alli can't have any. And then he's going to say, the
Stop
ace.
giving him ideas.
The ace. All right, well, there you have it. All right, thank you, Gundo, and congratulations on bringing comedy and barbecue together. And also, Gundo, Jake, how you feeling right now?
Stuffed. Absolutely stuffed.
Wow.
Sarah does work.
Yeah. Go ahead and plug your Lasara. Go ahead.
LASARA.com. Promo code Jake10 for 10% off your entire treatment plan.
If you want to only be able to eat a third of a plate of barbecue, man, I can't believe it.
That's crazy.
Good. All right, wonderful.
That's probably what I'll eat like all day.
We're going to take it's it for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I probably won't eat until my date tomorrow.
Wow.
No, I'm joking. I'll eat tomorrow.
Show. Never know what we'll get into. That was a mystery solved, kind of, moments ago. And now Alli has been texting him on the side, and he's not responding. So Peter seems upset, or as he's referred to on the text line, Peter, probably ass eater, which I'm not sure if we could even say.
I
on
don't
the
think
air.
so. Another bridge burned, I guess. In
Well,
my
there you go.
circle of friends.
That's
Gets
what we do.
smaller
For
by
you,
the
Alli.
day.
For your entertainment, we will burn all bridges.
Ah.
With friends and family, just for you. Let's get into it. It's time for a ADD News, and then a brand new hour of the show can officially begin.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Where do you get your daily news? If it is here, that's worrying. But here's something even more worrying. The main source of news in America is now social media. A lot of times these days, people will tell you a story like it is 100% fact. Then you realize it was just a TikTok video they saw from an expert that's not really an expert, and it's not really good information at all. And that spreads further misinformation, but that's the way we like it these days. At this rate, more than half of people are getting news from Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, and YouTube. And that's more than cable news sites, and news apps.
Even those news sources, though, are shady at best. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. You
So,
don't, and
you
I
don't know who to
understand.
believe nowadays.
Right. And I'm usually not someone that goes into the whole conspiracy theory this, conspiracy theory that. But it is interesting when, let's call it CNN, goes into this whole story about COVID stuff, and then immediately that entire break was brought to you by Pfizer, and then you go, hold on, now you start going,
Right.
who's paying for what, and is that going to change the content that they're getting? I'll be completely honest. Alli and I have been pretty vocal about how we are supporting so many of the immigrants right now, and this company has asked us to not do that. They've asked us to just not make a statement one way or another,
Because
which
there's
is
no
what's
upside to having an
right.
opinion.
Having an opinion, there's no upside. You anger some people, and I go, look, I would rather be on the right side of history, and frankly, I would rather do what I believe is the human thing. And
Well,
that
and
is
this isn't a political issue as much as it's a human rights and humanity
right.
in general issue.
It's a human issue, and it's for our neighbors and friends and listeners to the show. And I know that there's a lot of heat now, coming against the Dodgers because they will not publicly say anything. And listen,
And because of this whole national anthem thing, it kind of insinuates that they don't want to side with immigrants.
Right.
It's like, no, we want to keep it English. We want to keep it family-friendly, America-friendly.
Pull the clip of Alli saying, keep it English.
God damn it.
Pull that clip. Pull that clip.
So it just seems like in a time where major corporations, as you just said, are afraid to speak up and have an opinion, personality-based news reporting is becoming increasingly important to people because they want to know where you stand. They want to know what you stand for and where this is coming from. And personality-based news is moving faster in America than in any other country.
Yeah, the biggest issue is that at some point facts are facts.
But it's crazy to see people argue about facts too.
And that is the
like
problem.
A stat.
Is that right? You go people look at it and they go, well, yes, but I can go ahead and I can do the counter argument to this exact stat and show you why, even though the stat you claim is real, then they start questioning where the stat is from, and then no one believes anything anymore. And then you kind of you devolve into this place of complete turmoil where no one trusts anyone at all.
Yeah, but you could also say that any news is biased.
Of course.
Even the way you choose to present facts could be seen as biased by anybody.
Listen. That's why, who we can trust? The only person that we can ever trust. And I think I speak for everyone when I say this.
Me, with the ADD News.
The attractive weather girls. Huh?
Oh,
because
yeah, for sure.
Even if they're
the ones
wrong,
from Brazil, though, right?
The Brazilian attractive weather girls.
I like
import, strong import. Let's get let's get all. If they could just deliver all news, the attractive Brazilian weather girls, everyone would be happy.
Yeah, at least you would be happy in getting bad news.
Yeah, and I wouldn't care if they contradicted each other. I go, whatever.
Oh, cool. Another storm's coming. All right. Speaking of, the WNBA is trying to capitalize on all the Caitlin Clark effects that are taking place in many different ways, and it also helps that there are a few really exciting and very attractive players right now. You have Cameron Brink, Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, and they want everyone to know that
attractive on the regular scale or a WNBA scale?
Well, it's interesting, Omar, because I know it is a very good question.
No, they're bad as hell.
But what's interesting is that you see someone on the court and you're like, oh my God, they are hot. Then they're shooting these threes and my God, they're so sexy. And then you see them in regular person clothes and you're like, whoa, this is weird. But I think that a lot about athletes in general, when they're wearing regular person clothes, it just looks strange.
Yeah, but
when you see their hair down and everything, you're like, whoa, what?
The attractive woman on the Lady Lakers is getting a ton of heat right now, right?
That was a well-put sentence.
Thank you.
The attractive woman on the Lady Lakers.
Yeah, what do you call it?
Personality-based news is on the rise.
What do you call the two?
The Sparks?
Oh, that's
the
right.
LA
The
Sparks.
That's right. That's right.
You bought me tickets to the Lady Lakers.
That's right. They got Alli tickets. They got her whole box for one of those LA Sparks
So, yeah,
games.
the WNBA really wants everyone to know that there's eye candy on the court and highly skilled players on the court, and the Sparks put out a post of Sarah Ashley Barker on it, and she is obviously a tall, blonde, attractive player, and she's kind of doing this seductive, she's in kind of a sports bra-ish swimsuit looking top, very suggestive, and she's twirling a basketball on her finger and then looking to camera and pointing I want you to watch our game.
She's got the sexy eyes. That's what
Totally.
it is. It's not like she's wearing anything that is what I would consider to be too provocative.
Now, at halftime, is she cheerleading or no? Yeah?
No.
Omar, she can't because she's got to mop the court.
Oh, got it. Thank you. Right.
They
Thanks for
work
the clarification.
She's got to make the concessions. She's got to clean everything up.
I don't like this, the way this is going at all. I have two daughters, and they can be anything they want to be when
they
grow
can be
up.
on the Lady Lakers
Yeah,
if they want.
to be a Lady Laker, they can do it, okay?
But people are upset, as you just said, Klein. They're like, dude, people who are longtime WNBA fans are like, why are we shifting the image of the players to meet the male gaze? And, but they just want everybody to watch WNBA games, and they want them to go to WNBA games, and they're like, if this is what people are into, then we want to pander and cater to that.
Yeah. That happens in male sports, too. They find a reason to make, Ronaldo a sex star and all these athletes focus on their athletic ability. Yeah, David Beckham. Ooh, look at Beckham.
That was years ago.
Well, it's just saying it happens in both sports.
Who was the last NBA athlete that was sexualized like that?
Vlade Divac?
Vlade. Yeah, Vlade. Well, Vlade the body. That's what they call it.
Klein Alli Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
310, you're welcome. I so appreciate you guys being real and authentic about what's happening in our community and showing compassion. That is it. We are humans. We are flawed people, for sure. You get to experience our flaws on a daily basis. We try to hide them from the people in our lives that we spend time with outside of the show, but the reality is we cannot, because we are just too flawed, and as a result, they always bubble up to the surface, and that oftentimes is what you get here on KROQ. Good morning. I am Klein. That is Alli.
Hey.
You got Allie's already ruined one relationship this morning with a friend of hers. If you missed that last hour of the show, damn, check out the podcast. A
Whose
mystery.
life will I ruin next?
You never know which one of our friends and our family members' lives we will ruin next. In fact, actually, I will throw my kids into the equation, Allie. I think my kids are the next up for lives I will ruin next because we got into that whole discussion yesterday about, is shrimp a treat? And everyone gave me a hard time and said shrimp's not a treat. And there's a ton of messages on the GOAT line about it. People just wanted to say that I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about. And I could play them for you, but let's just move right to the part where I tell my kids I have a treat waiting for them. And then I present them with a platter of shrimp.
This was.
Do you enjoy your kids crying?
Omar, I think you're going to be shocked when you hear this because the apple done far too fall. Well, let me try that again.
Because the apple was on the phone doing a party scene was what I say. Man, you be shrimping now, huh?
I guess I'm a shrimp guy now. The apple.
You talk like a shrimp.
The apple don't fall too far from the tree. And take a listen.
Santa, come here. I got you a treat.
What treat?
A big platter of shrimp.
I love shrimp.
It's a great treat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
When can I have it?
Tomorrow for breakfast.
Yeah.
So I said that she loves shrimp. She loves it.
Yeah,
She's
but then you
addicted
said
to
tomorrow for breakfast because it's a breakfast
Well,
thing
I'm just
rather
saying,
than a.
shrimp. Let's go ahead and normalize shrimp as an all-day food. Let's go. Let's get going here.
So you're gonna let it sit all
yeah,
night?
Yeah. Listen.
We didn't have it for dinner.
No, well, tonight you weren't home, but tomorrow night we'll have it.
Olivia, come.
She couldn't wait to tell her sister the good news. A shrimp platter.
Olivia, come. Olivia, come. I need to see. Oh my. Get this in the middle. Oh my God, Olivia.
She can't wait to tell her the news. I have a shrimp platter. This is big
You've
news.
got a shrimp family.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How excited is she to deliver the news about the shrimp?
You gotta be a new shrimp family that starts a restaurant chain to compete with Bubba Gum.
Oh, I'll take Bubba Gum down,
Klein
guys.
Shrimp Company.
You get a treat that we'll have for dinner. You'll love it. Dad loves it, Mom loves it, and I love it.
Wow.
We get shrimp for dinner. Is our treat.
Silence. She's like, I hate my family.
We love shrimp, believe me. Come on. Shrimpy, shrimpy.
She trying to start a chant.
She's
That's how excited she is. She loves the shrimp.
I think you and your younger daughter are excited about this, and your older daughter and wife
care
are
nothing
so
about
done
it.
with it.
It may break the family apart. So there you have it. Just another relationship ruined courtesy
Shrimp-related differences.
of this show. It's Klein Alli Show, KROQ. $201-1067. Lots to give you this morning. Victor, you're on the phone. What's up?
Hey, guys, I just wanted to tell you that my wife called me and her water broke, so we may be having a baby today.
Wow,
could
congratulations.
Please do it on the radio. We have summer hours now. We're on until 11. Can she squeeze it out before 11, do you think?
If she squeezes a baby before that, then yes.
Okay. Where are you now? Are you with her now?
I'm on my way. We live in Fullerton. I work in L.A., so it's going to take me like 40 minutes.
You know, the best part about this is that this is one of those rare occasions you get to violate every traffic law because you get to actually legitimately have the excuse, my wife is going into labor.
And this is the perfect morning for it because you're right in the middle of rush hour. You could like right on the shoulder.
You could do zigzag, go all wrong way on the freeway, like no red lights. It's kind of cool.
Best commute you're ever going to get in your life.
It's cool. I'm planning on doing that.
And if any cops pull you over, you don't even pull over. You just let them follow you all the way to your wife. And then she shows the giant throw pillow she's ruined. And you go, look what's going on here.
Is this your first?
It's my first one, yes.
Oh, you're about to be a dad. That's crazy.
Are you, do you know what you're having and what the baby's name is going to be?
It'll be a baby girl, and her name will be Lucia.
Wrong. The name is going to be Sega Blade Fox Baker.
Wrong. The name is going to be American Tire Depot. If you want to make some money, right. That's very possible.
All right, Victor, seriously, congratulations. When you get the wife in the car and you guys are rushing to the hospital, please call us.
Will do.
Does she listen to the show at all, or does she know who we are? Probably not.
Not really, but
okay,
I do
great.
tell
Even
her
better.
about
No,
you
that's
guys.
bad. I'd rather she doesn't. That's good. Okay, good. Call her back. We'll
We're
talk
getting
with her.
a lot of great groan sounds on the show today.
Hey, I'm so glad that guy called to remind me about Wild Rivers tickets. We have those to give out. I totally forgot until he mentioned his wife's water's breaking.
Oh, my God.
So
if your water just broke, call us now.
If you'd like to go to Wild Rivers, here's the question we have for you. We'll take your calls next. Apparently, kids these days, parents are playing it too safe. They don't want their kids to be involved in anything that's even a little bit risky. And I think about a lot of the stuff that I got into growing up, which was not that many years ago. And then I think about some of Jake's stories. What is the most dangerous thing that you did as a kid but were allowed to do? Because I think about stuff, I'm not even talking about stuff you did without your parents knowing. I'm talking about things that your parents are like, great, go have at it.
Well, I think there was a generation of kids that were just so unattended. It was just like, all right, you're going to be home alone for hours on end.
But Jake told us he used to ask for permission to explore the sewers. And they said, great, have fun.
Well, and there was a new study that said that
If
kids...
Jake was your kid, though, I mean...
Right.
Yeah, have at it.
Right.
Sure, go play in the sewer. And then you go, is he just me, honey, or is he developing breasts?
Every time Jake returned home, they're like, God damn, we'll take him back. Anyway, here's the question. What is the most dangerous thing you did as a child? And some of these things you were allowed to do. By today's standards, I think it all seems shocking. We'll get to those calls next. Give away some tickets for you to go to Wild Rivers after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, KROQ. No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium July 27th. Linkin Park at Intuit Dome September 13th.
Let you cut me open just to watch me bend. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
The Offspring at Kia Forum August 29th.
With 1,000 eyes in a good day's stripes, I got a bad habit.
Incubus at the Intuit Dome October 4th. Blink-182 at Acrisure Arena October 5th. And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Courtesy of Live Nation.
Win tickets all this week on the world famous KROQ.
KROQ, we are a Klein Alli show. Warning, this next thing we're going to listen to is rather disturbing, even more disturbing than the conversation we just got into with people that found out that their family was riddled with incest and Hitlers. This is Jake approaching people in the streets yesterday. An unexpected heat wave that blanketed the Southland, and temperatures got as hot as almost 100 in the valley. And even though Omar says that we are
I don't
over,
think you're right on that, man.
it felt like almost 100 in the valley.
Okay.
And there was a time when I had to put the windows down temporarily just to get some fresh air.
Oh, wow.
Jake went up to people to see if they were prepared by asking if he could sniff their pits, something that we call pit stops here at KROQ. And here he is with his own introduction he put together for the segment.
Hey, it's Jake, and I'm on the streets of Los Angeles during the hottest day of the year, during the hottest time of the day, to see if people are willing to take a KROQ pit stop. Yeah, pit stop. Pit stop. Pit stop. Yeah, pit stop.
So cool.
So here he is approaching people and seeing if they were prepared by making sure they had on the right amount of deodorant for the heat we experienced yesterday.
What's your name?
Sage.
Sage from where?
Sage from Los Angeles.
Sage, how did you prepare for the first heat wave of 2025?
Oh, not well. by having in-home air conditioning and on a hope and a prayer.
What's your favorite hot activity to do?
Swimming in the ocean.
Finally, Can I sniff your pits?
What a transition.
Those first two questions were just to lead to this one.
That is something. That is
It's all about the foreplay.
How attractive is this woman?
She's pretty attractive.
She sounds attractive.
Yeah, she's like swimming in the ocean.
I mean, if you're going to go up to, do the pit stop, I mean, I would only approach attractive women.
Well, let me tell you, this takes a weird turn before we get to the fourth person. Oh, watch out.
Oh. Finally, can I sniff your pits?
No.
Oh, no.
That took a turn.
She wants no part of that.
No, you sad man.
Neither of us would enjoy that.
You're right. This has been a pit stop on KROQ.
Pit stop. There we go.
No! You're making them do it?
Oh, that's great.
That's amazing.
All right, moving on. Jake goes up to the first sweaty guy.
That's the sound of her car getting away from him as soon as possible.
Actually, that's a real car leaving, Jake. Here's the first sweaty guy Jake found.
What's your name?
My name is Hiram.
Hiram from where?
City Terrace.
Hiram, how did you prepare for the first heat wave of 2025?
I drink a lot of beer and stay cool.
What's your favorite hot activity to do?
I would say just chill at the beach.
Finally, can I sniff your pits?
Nah, bro, that's cool.
Thank you for saying that. This has been a pit stop on KROQ.
All right, cool. KROQ. Islos.
Pit stop.
Pit stop.
All right, so he got a couple of. He didn't do the rear in that time. Now Jake did
I think
not.
he's about to get punched.
Jake did not only get nosed though. People started turning around, appreciating the service we're providing to make sure that nothing worse than being with someone that's got some rank BO because they forgot the deodorant up on a hot day. So Jake once again finally found some takers.
What's your name?
Trisha.
Trisha, how did you prepare for the first heat wave of 2025?
I was not prepared. I was zero prepared.
That's why we're doing the pit stop, to make sure people are prepared for the next one, because all of a sudden, one of those days, you forget deodorant, you hope it's not a day where temps are getting close to 100.
I thought it was going to be cold. No fans, no heating, cooling towels, nothing. Not prepared. Now I am.
What's your favorite hot activity to do?
My favorite hot activity to do in a heat wave? Yoga? I would say yoga, yeah.
Finally, can I sniff your pits?
You asked the same two preliminary questions to everybody, Jake?
Yeah. He wants to make them feel comfortable before he...
This went well the first 6 times.
Right.
I guess that.
So then, of course, immediately as soon as she talks about yoga and feeling relaxed, he goes with this.
Can I sniff your pits?
Sure.
Wow.
Okay.
What are my pits?
Your armpits.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop.
She
Is she getting out the mace now?
She
or?
gave him permission and then realized, what are pits?
What are pits?
Your
How do you not-
armpits. Oh, God.
What they're asking me to do. This is my job.
Okay. How much do you get paid?
Not enough.
How am I?
It's decent.
Am I good?
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah.
That's been a pit stop on KROQ.
Oh. Thank you.
Strange reaction.
You think when she gets home, she's like, hey,
How was your day?
Yeah.
I got a pit stop on KROQ. What is that? Well, a guy wanted to sniff my pits. Now, we only have time for one more. I mean, there's a few more he's done here. I feel bad not airing all of them because Jake went through the trouble. But I do want to give you this woman, Joyce, because let me tell you.
Joyce's choice.
She's got a story, and this is the final Pit stop, and also a reminder, gentle reminder, to make sure you got on deodorant on these hot Southern California days.
All right, what's your name?
Joyce.
Joyce.
Now, in the voice alone, it sounds like she is fried inside and out.
All right, what's your name?
Joyce.
Joyce, how did you prepare for the first heat wave of 2025?
I went to Ventura and got the hell out of Burbank.
I can tell you I prepared for the first heat wave of 1825. That's what it sounds like.
Does she have like branches in her hair? I just picture someone kind of living in the forest.
Kinda, actually, yes.
I got out of Burbank. It was beautiful. Came back. It was too hot. Hopefully we'll get a few more cool days before the real heat of the summer starts.
It's funny because she's trying to have a real conversation about the weather, only she doesn't realize in a moment Jake's going to have to ask to sniff her pits.
Yeah, I know.
This summer is scary. What's it going to be, 120 degrees?
What?
Last year in Burbank, it had, I think, 115.
I can tell already that you're probably getting a whiff off her before you even ask for the sniff.
Not looking forward to it.
What's your favorite hot activity to do?
Go to the beach, get where it's cooler.
Finally, can I sniff your pits?
Oh, they smell, sure.
Oh, God.
God, dude.
They smell, sure, like she gets asked this regularly. All right, fine, you too. Come on in.
Here we go. This is Jake getting to know Joyce very well.
Oh, they smell, sure. Kidding me? I'm sweating to death.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
And he's like ready to go with the sniffer.
She's hoping she says no, but she says, come on, get in here.
I don't know how much they smell, but they sure are wet.
Oh, my God, lady.
How do you not know how much they smell?
God.
So much moisture down
Jake,
there.
I think you're meeting your soulmate right now.
This is Jake. It just sounds like Jake. She's like female Jake. I don't know, but they're wet. Mine are wet,
Come
too.
on over.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
See? That's what happens when you get off a train in Burbank.
That's what happens when you get off a train in Burbank?
Apparently.
What a great advertisement for the Metro.
The perfect storm of smell. Public transportation, 100 degrees, Burbank.
That's what happens when you get off a train in Burbank.
That is like a life lesson that we will forever
Honey,
remember.
it was not the train. That was going to happen regardless.
Listen to Jake's reaction.
Oh, goodness. Oh, God.
That's what happens when you get off a train in Burbank after being in the beautiful coolness of Ventura.
This has been a pit stop on KROQ.
Oh, there you go. Pit stop. You're going to wipe them now so that I don't have to carry them around anymore?
What?
Got a cool rag?
Oh my God.
He wants you to wipe them.
So you thought that was part 2? All right, Jake, get back out there. Part 2 is you got to wipe everyone down after you smell them.
Oh, man. Well, you're doing the Lord's work, I guess. Quick break. We got more show to get to next. Klein, Alli show. A lot of people think kids these days are soft because they got a bunch of helicopter parents that are standing over, watching everything they do, putting weird little protectors on the corners of the table so they don't smash their head. And then they like to tell stories about when they grew up and they were like 3 years old and their parents were like, find your way home from the pharmacy.
Yeah, I feel like now we're all obsessed with kid safety, helicoptering where their location at all the time, and also overhydrating our children.
A lot of hydration.
There's so much hydration.
I think I went through about 4 or 5 years of my life without having a sip of water.
Yeah. And now it's like every kid has a gallon of water with them at all times.
A backup water bottle, another flask taped to their ankle in case they run out of that water. So the question we have for you as we give you some tickets to go to Wild Rivers, plus a cabana, plus food and beverage credit is, what are some of the most dangerous things that you did as a child? Some of these things with your parents' blessings. They just said, yeah, you want to climb on the roof? Go have at it.
My parents did not give any Fs when it came down to me, obviously.
Well-
They allowed me to play with BB guns. They allowed me to start cooking around 7, 8 years old, play on rooftops, construction sites, fireworks, ninja starts, and nunchucks. They didn't care.
No, there
It
was
awesome.
no stepping in. So
It
you
was
show
awesome.
up at 7 years old. They say, you want an omelet? Make it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Well, I mean, talk about a latchkey kid. They were never home. So if I wanted to eat, I had to learn really quick. But the one fact that was kind of crazy is that I would steal their car when I was 13, and then I got busted about 13 and a half. At 14, they allowed me to start driving to run errands for them just because they knew, I knew how to drive.
They were
Isn't
like,
that
well,
crazy?
now that you've got some experience.
Yeah, go ahead and go get us some milk.
Yeah, my parents would let me and my older cousin. I mean, we were probably 7 and 9. We were the community pool was in walking distance to our house, but there was a known perv that lived in one of the houses along the walking path, and they were like, "Yeah, you can go walk yourself."
Oh, really? Jesus!
Yeah.
Wow.
And we would just walk back and forth to the pool in our bathing suits, like children in bathing suits.
Yeah, that'll cure him.
And there was one time where he was following us, and he was like,
parents
"I
are
can't
heroes."
do this anymore." He was like in here and going, "Yeah."
Got retired. My perving days are done. Thank you. All right.
I don't need to see another Alli in a tankini.
All right, let's say hi to Kevin on KROQ. Good morning. And what is the most dangerous thing that you were allowed to do, almost even encouraged to do by your parents growing up that would never fly in 2025? What's up?
Morning. I worked at a liquor store at 13.
What? How is that even possible?
Family owned? It must have been family owned, right?
I'm 53. It was a neighborhood liquor store. My brother worked there. He was 16 at the time, so I was his little brother. I did it. So at 13, I was, 8th grade, 9th grade, going into high school. Yeah, did it all the way through high school. And, I mean, times were different back then. My mom and dad knew.
Did they give you a paycheck? Like, did you make money,
No,
or you were just
everything
there?
was under the table, and I learned money really quick. I mean, I worked the register. I used to card people and say, hey, how old are you? I was only 14.
They're like, how old are you?
And I'm like, don't ask me the question. I'm asking you.
Hey, but were you
I
cool,
loved
man?
it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? The most ironic, we grew up with the Catholic school our whole life. I got suspended my freshman year taking alcohol to a party.
Well, of course, you got the access, you got the hookup. And did you have access to the shotgun behind the register as well, or no?
No, they never let us touch the gun, just the money.
All right, that's interesting. 13 worked at a liquor store.
I mean, you learn a lot going to a liquor store and seeing like the old guy buying the scratchers every single day, and you're like, God, is this what it's like to be an adult?
Most dangerous thing that you did as a child, because people that have those dangerous kid flexes love to brag today when kids are being shuffled around everywhere, wrapped in bubble wrap so they don't get a little bit injured. What's up, Coco?
Hi. Sweet tips.
Sweet tips. What'd you do?
Hi, yeah. So around 11 or 12, I think I was 11, my mom every Monday never failed to pick me up from school. She was all dolled up, dressed up. She would take me to the bar with her for a margarita Mondays, and she would get loaded and she would toss me the keys. And when she was ready to go, I had to drive her home. And her theory was, hey, we'd be in a lot more trouble if I got pulled over driving than you did. So I would drive her home.
I love the parent rationale.
Makes sense. So
well,
you would,
it's better you than me.
So you would drive your mother home at you think you were 11 years old and you would drive her home?
11 or 12, yeah.
Wow.
And
how far?
Yeah, how far was the drive?
It was about, I want to say, a mile.
Straight shot.
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we should defend it by going, all right, it's just a mile.
It's all right.
She's not taking the freeway.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you? All right. Did you take the freeway just for fun or no?
No, it was all the streets, straight down the road.
Never got busted doing that.
Never got busted, but I mean, in the long run, I'm a professional driver now. I'm a truck driver, so I guess.
Oh, cool. That's good to put that right on the resume.
I mean, if she got pulled over, it would still be a huge problem. There'd be an 11-year-old and then also a drunk mother.
Right. But the mom...
And she's like, I told her.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
That she doesn't.
Margarita Mondays. She would look forward to those. What would, just out of curiosity, Coco, when she would have the margarita, what would you have?
Was it also Tequila Tuesday and Wine Wednesday and every other day?
Mexican restaurant. So she would be at the bar and I'd be in a booth eating chips and salsa.
Oh, man, that sounds like a great plan. All right, moving on. See, that doesn't fly these days, does it, Allie? No way, huh?
No, and I think it was a wonderful time where people, adults could just go live out their vices and leave their kids unattended. And the kids, when they're independent, they feel a sense of freedom and they get to find themselves.
Hey, Noel, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning.
What'd you do?
So at the age of 11, my mom would ask me to light up her cigarette, and I would always light up her cigarette for her. And at the age of 14, I started smoking cigarettes.
Do you think there's a correlation there or just coincidence?
Well, I don't know. And actually, she got really upset when she caught me smoking cigarettes.
Because she's like, you didn't let me light yours.
Hey, those were mine.
Basically, yeah, that's what it was. I guess she got mad that I started smoking.
You're like, I better try these. I'm good at lighting them.
Yeah, I've had so much.
I wonder if I'm good at smoke.
I've had so much secondhand smoke. I want to try some of this firsthand smoke now. That's an interesting thing to have a kid do, light mice. But I bet as a kid, that would feel pretty cool.
Well, I remember the first time I smoked a cigarette. It was somebody who got a hold of one cigarette, and we all, like a group of 5 of us, walked down the street and smoked it and passed it around like a joint. But I don't even think I knew my mom smoked at that time, so it was just a coincidence.
And by the way, currently El Cheapo still smokes that way.
It's the same cigarette, too. I've just been nursing it this whole time.
Just smoking the old butt of a cigarette for 20 years. Hey, James, most dangerous thing you did as a child. What's up?
Good morning. Yeah. So I was about 14, 15. My mom said, hey, you and your buddy want to go play in the backyard with your pellet gun? Fine. So we spent the whole summer doing that. At the end, it resulted in me taking the pellet to the leg, and my friend had to pull it out with needle-nose pliers, and we tried to keep it from my mom and his parents. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's funny
playing with weapons as a kid is always memorable.
Yeah, and I bet you there was no, wear eye protection. They don't even say that. Have fun with the pellet gun.
Yeah.
Whereas now, it would be a lot of protective gear.
That's why my grandfather had one eye. Because he was playing with a BB gun when he was a kid.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He had a glass eye.
Priscilla, good morning. What was the most dangerous thing that you did or were allowed to do as a kid?
Hi, good morning, guys. So when I was in my early teens, 13, 14, my parents told me, all right, get the hell out of the house, go out, go to a party, go to a show or something. So they would just straight up drop me off, in Watts and Compton, sometimes in South Central, and tell me, go find a show. And I was like, okay, I don't know anybody here. They're all like, okay, well, figure it out. I'm 38 now.
Yeah. Do you feel like that sets you up for a good adulthood? Do you feel like now you're less afraid of things?
Oh, I am definitely not afraid of anything anymore.
Yeah, I guess you get dropped off in the middle of Watts, South Central
right.
at 14.
And now it's like, oh, honey, do you need to go to your job interview? Or I'll go with you. I'll help you write your resume. I'll tell you how to answer the questions. I'll even drive you to work on your first day. There is no independence. There's so much hand-holding, and look how self-sufficient this woman is, being dropped off in the middle and saying, hey, figure it out.
Jake, how old were you when you started exploring the sewers?
10.
And you said to your parents, I'm going to go down to the sewers, and they said, have at it?
Well, I don't know if I actually told them I'm going to the sewers. I just went out, and I was out all day.
And Vanessa also played in the sewers?
No.
Well, at the creeks in Irvine, there was this bridge, and with the neighborhood kids, we would always go to the creek. That's the sewer as well.
Yeah, I played with the sewers too. We called it baseline ditch, where we drive our cars up there, and there was a big sewer system that we go inside the sewer system and then just drink. It didn't stink like anything.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it's so half of the show played in sewers as a child?
Yeah, I was in Ventura, and you can almost skateboard in them. It was cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Those giant ones.
See how far we can explore. And I remember one time we couldn't lift the manhole because it was so heavy. We're so little, and it took 2 of us, and we lifted it up and scared this old lady.
There was an old lady living in there?
There's an old lady walking down the street. It's what the hell? This kids came out of the sewer out of nowhere.
First time Jake ever met Moist Joyce. He's right there in the sewers.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Moist Joyce!
Thomas, go ahead quickly. What's up?
Yeah, we used to wake up in the morning, pack ourselves a lunch, 8, 9, 10, me and my brothers, and we'd just go off for the day, hiking up in the mountains, mountain lions, bears.
That's wild. 9 years old, 8 years old, just going, I'm going to make myself a sandwich and just go into the woods for the day.
Yeah, I mean, I remember we would just be like, hey, we're going out. And my mom would just be like, all right, like not even knowing where we were. And if anybody got injured, there would be no way to even call for help. There was a person on the text line who said when my dad would pick me up from school, he would drive away in his truck with the thing down, and we would just have to run and jump into it.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
That's so fun.
We can take these calls all day, but we must move on because we have stuff we have to get to, and we've got this summer ticket blowout starting in about 20 minutes at KROQ. So, Alli, of all of the wonderful tales we just heard from a ton of very unsafe kids, can we all agree that the girl that had to drive her drunk mom home every Margarita Mondays, she's 38 now, but she spent most of her childhood driving her mom home from the bars drunk while her mom was drunk. Coco is her name. Send Coco some tickets to go to Wild Rivers.
Good times.
Good times. And that Cabana food and beverage credit would go right to her mom. KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alli's show. Earlier this week, Alli said one of the dumbest things that she's ever said. It's hard to keep track of them, but we've started. Oh, hold on.
Turn me on, goddammit.
I turned your mic off to try to save you from saying more dumb things. She claimed that after playing pickleball for the first time in her entire life for 5 minutes, she is, quote, and these are her words, not mine, a pickleball prodigy. That's what she claimed.
I said I think I might be because I've got a lot of potential. And if I had a really good instructor and I was able to put the time in, I think I could be a really good pickleball player. One of those people that's like at the top of their game and playing professionally.
Now, as soon as we started questioning if you were actually good at it or you were like everyone else that just decided, pickleball is, anyone could figure out pickleball, you claimed that you would beat anyone on the show easily. And then you went on to say that
No. You started saying, I'll beat you. And I'm like, yeah, you play tennis. That's different. I don't want to play you.
Right.
I said I would probably want to take on like a child or somebody
Right.
who's also just learning pickleball.
Right, and we were convinced that a child would also beat you, and this is what that conversation sounded like, because in a moment we have some very exciting news to share with you.
Potential to be
When has
really
that ever
great.
happened?
On the text
In
line,
movies.
this is someone who claims, my 86-year-old father started playing 2 weeks ago, and I bet you he could beat Alli. Now, that's interesting. You tell us. Now, this was an old guy, someone that was recommending that they would send their senior citizen relative to play you, and you said, not the case. In fact, Alli, I think you said you would battle not only one, but two children, which is all in this audio.
I don't know.
I will happily step onto the court for the first time ever.
I don't
and
want to
play
play you.
That's fine. Then would you rather play a child or an old person? I will.
That's tough.
And I will say right now.
I'd rather play a child.
All right, fine. We'll find the child. If anyone's got a child that has got nothing to do this summer,
Child will not be able to serve.
and they are bored, and I don't even care if they've never played it before.
I'll play a pair of kids.
All right, that's what you said. Not well, but you said you would even play a pair of kids. And this is what you said. I'll play a pair of kids.
I'll play a pair of kids.
You'll go against two kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That is
Alli,
hard to say.
Alli claimed that she'll play a pair of kids, which is what that guy used to say on her street when she would walk to the pool.
I'll play a pair of kids.
I think you either
We don't
said
need to hear
you're
it
going to play
again.
two kids or a bird. I'm not sure. So these kids, we did meet a bunch of kids that said that they would like to play you in pickleball and would beat you. And then we met some listener that has twins.
Yeah, and then Jake was suggesting some 8-year-old pickleball prodigy who's incredible, and I don't want to play a kid like that. I'm saying it just a general skill set that's similar.
We have 11-year-old twins, and they have been leaving messages on the GOAT line, basically calling you out. And I want you to hear some of this trash talking because it's great.
Hi, this is Avery. Alli, we know you don't know anything about pickles or balls, so your days are numbered.
Now, that is a child that is talking smack to you, saying you don't know anything about pickles or balls.
She has writers.
Then her brother, her twin brother, also, I think they're 10 or 11.
Here's a joke. What do you call a lesbian that gets beat by a couple of kids? An Alli.
That's a great
An
joke.
Alli?
What do you call a lesbian that gets beat by a couple of kids? An Alli.
Okay.
That's a great.
That's not
it's
creative.
a killer joke.
No.
Killer.
That's like, I know you are, but what am I kind of humor.
Here's a joke. What do you call a lesbian that gets beat by a couple of kids? An Alli. Get it?
So
No,
so good.
there's nothing to get.
So here's the question.
I get it.
Will you battle?
What's the trash back?
You gonna talk back trash,
yeah.
Alli?
No, I got to write some stuff.
We brought in. Listen, here's what we have for you right now, and I recommend you check out our YouTube if you're not watching us because we're currently streaming. We have a net. We brought in a pickleball net today, and
You brought in a net? You had a net?
and we have Vanessa playing the role of a child. And we want to see if you could even beat Vanessa in 1 point. She's never even touched a pickleball paddle
Oh
in her
my
life.
God, you have a whole. Look, like, I already know. Okay. Where did you get this net? Because this is not regulation.
It's regulation enough.
Regulation enough is not a thing. It's either regulation or it's not.
By the way,
You're hardly regulation. Just do it.
Yeah, Vanessa's not even a regulated child, but she's the size of a child, and almost convinced she is a child. So I think that if you could you guys turn that the other way?
I can't practice in this.
Take your paddle. There we go. We got a paddle for you. Allie's got a ping pong paddle.
Yeah, but
This is legit.
Yeah, that's a legit net. I think that's what they are.
How much did you spend on this? $8?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Money.
No, I'm just telling you. Tell me where I want a good deal.
For your embarrassment, we spare no expense. Vanessa, do you mind playing the role of a child in this? We want to do a quick. We want to just.
If I must.
Okay.
I'm not even. This isn't even a proper. This is carpeted. I can't practice on a carpet.
You would think that would be an advantage for you as a lesbian.
No,
the carpet.
it doesn't bounce properly.
Well, listen, Vanessa has never played. Vanessa, you've never played pickleball even a day in your life.
No.
Okay. Alli did say that she would battle these children in a game of real pickleball. Now,
I don't even know how to play yet.
hold on. Watch. We're on YouTube right now streaming. So Alli has stepped away from the microphone now. She's got the paddle. She's hitting it to Vanessa. Vanessa. Vanessa hit it in the TV, but that wasn't. Vanessa, let it bounce first on the carpet. Alli, once again, is trying to prove that she can beat a child. Now, she will be. There you go.
Right to the tummy, bro.
What happened?
She served it right back.
You hit Vanessa. Vanessa, did that hit your vagina?
It hit my side.
What does that mean?
My side thigh.
Okay, so here, listen, we have to take a break, but this battle will continue on YouTube during the break. And I want to point out that Alli is battling Vanessa now, who's just standing in as a child. But these two twin children, we are going to figure out a place to play, and I think we're going to do it this week at some point. Woo! Which means did you just get another point, Alli?
Baby.
All right, so Vanessa's scared now.
Alli's so aggressive.
All
It's a tiny room, Alli.
All
This
right,
is a demonstration.
Yeah, relax, Alli.
Easy, Fokker.
Yeah, seriously, Alli. Just take it down a notch. My God. We'll take a quick break. This will continue on YouTube. If you're not watching, go there now. You have to watch Vanessa battling Alli in pickleball in the KROQ studios. But this battle, by the way, if the children are listening, we are going to figure out a chance. Oh boy. That was Vanessa's vagina. We are going to figure out a chance. That was not true.
Sounded very roomy.
When we get back from this break, we will figure out a time for Alli to battle the children. And if these kids beat Alli, trust me when I say, she will at the very least pay for your college. But we'll figure out more after this on KROQ.
Good morning, Mr. Flips. Your license to thrill has been shaken, not stirred, in an accident that...
Insider accident lawyers. Just 2 more. Okay, question. Does it hit the ground and move?
Wait, can I take a photo of you guys, like, dueling each other? Like, pose really quick, holding the paddles? No, stand next to each other. Like, stand right there on either side of the net. Ready? Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Great.
The mic is on.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I know how to play pickleball. It's supposed to hit the ground.
Oh my God! Look at that reaction time.
See,
that's what
it's
it's
in
about.
it. I'm scared for the kids, actually.
See? Kevin, let me play you.
Yeah.
Let me get this commercials.
Let me get these commercials.
Alli, go softly. Look at the size of the roof.
Now through July 15th.
All right, Vanessa's got a point.
Do I hit the ground?
I think there's a rule. You cannot hit it in the air.
That's not true. Like 25%.
Does it have to hit the
I think it
ground?
has to bounce.
No way.
Johnny, you know the rules of pickleball, right?
You gotta let it bounce.
I
You
think
gotta go
I
like,
suck.
so you gotta go like, bam, bam. Oh, oops.
Yeah, I think it has to bounce. I don't think
You
you're
gotta
allowed
bounce
to.
like,
That's what I thought. I don't know anything.
I think it has to bounce. I don't think you can hit it in the air.
If it can't bounce, then it can't play.
Alli, you're so aggressive. Oh my God, I'm in the...
Ooh!
See,
Let me
that's
get
good,
out
John.
of
1
here.
point.
All right.
1 point.
So this, I think you have to do. I don't know the rules.
Well, there's no way to let it bounce in this one.
So you have to do like this sort of thing. You basically have to go like.
No, you don't.
I think you
That
do.
is not right.
I
Whatever you.
Yeah, you have to bounce it.
No, you don't.
Ping
You're
pong
telling me the wrong rules.
There you go. There you go.
Oh yeah, bitch!
Oh.
That's the thing. That's you got a lot of. You got a lot.
Oh fuck yeah!
See, that's number one rule you can't do. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's definitely illegal.
Balance.
What's what she's doing?
I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the
Try to
kitchen.
let it bounce. Try to let it bounce. Try to let it bounce. Try to let it bounce.
Oh,
That's
let
it.
it bounce. Oh. See, I can't. The room's too small.
That's what you got. You're supposed to let it bounce.
Yeah, but there's no room for that.
Well, you have to. That's the idea. You have to make it bounce.
Wow, you need
That
to
ball.
bounce it.
This ball is shit, by the way. You need like a wiffle.
I can do it on this ball.
Someone should look up the rules.
See, you can't even let it.
You gotta go low.
Oh, you lost
Yeah,
again.
on a real pickleball, I think that would actually go. See, once again, that's not. You can't do that to the kids.
You can do it in ping pong.
It's just not ping pong.
There you
Jesus
go.
Christ.
That was actually
Boom!
It's exhausting. This is exhausting workout.
Think too, I've got more stamina than a pair of California.
It's cartoon time.
The following is best enjoyed on acid.
Kevin Klein live.
Yes, hi. I'm calling in reference to the casting I heard yesterday. The rude on Dawn. I think it was so rude yesterday. She was calling Dawn regarding red chili pepper hot tickets. I am so upset over this. I'm just about ready to scream. Why would they call her dumb like that so many times on the phone? That was not nice. And then I was just listening to your ad, but I guess that's your favorite word. It sounds like everything you come up with is dumb. Is that part of this radio station?
I'm sorry, is this a complaint or a compliment?
It's a complaint because I'm so upset. This poor girl's been trying, and then, you got her hopes really up, and then all that other girl kept singing is Dawn is dumb.
Are you talking about the hold music?
No, I am talking about yesterday on the radio when you were talking to Dawn regarding some chili pepper tickets or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but that's the hold music, and that's a service that provides us the hold music for when people go on hold.
Yeah.
So you understand that we don't pick that music. It was just coincidental that was her name and that the song said that she was dumb.
Wow.
I can transfer you if you don't mind. I can transfer you so you can make an official complaint if you'd like to.
Okay. Are they going to give her tickets, or because I'm going to try to come up with something to come up with the fun to get this poor girl tickets?
Or you can make your complaint officially once we transfer you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hold, please.
You're a dummy who's complaining on the radio, and you can't even pronounce the tickets that Dawn wanted. You dummy dum-dum.
Yeah, hello, complaint department.
Yeah, hi. I like that song. That was really nice. You just put everything together with your dumbness. Okay. I'm complaining now because you just called me a dummy, and because of the whole...
Whoa, who called... Oh, hold on. Who called you a dummy?
You just did on your radio, on the hold music.
I didn't hear... Let me just listen 1 second, because I'm not hearing the whole...
Same thing you did with Dawn.
I don't... Let me listen to the hold music. No, it's just Kenny G like always.
No, it's not. It was singing, you dummy. I'm not stupid. I'm a 60-year-old woman, and I can hear. Don't have... you guys are totally rude and obnoxious.
Well, hold on. Let me file that under the complaint department. Hold, please.
Sure.
I didn't think it was possible to find someone so dumb calling us to complain, but we can tell you to F off, cause that's what we do. We do. You won't get any tickets.
You there?
Yeah, I'm there. I don't want tickets. I asked you a question, and who do I complain besides listening to you call me dumb?
I didn't call you dumb at all.
Yeah, okay, your radio station, your music that you don't hear, that you're being dumb is the one that's calling me dumb. So that's perfect.
Let me listen.
Yeah.
Let me listen. Hold on. If there's a complaint. I don't hear the word dumb. Are you talking about the saxophone there?
Yeah, I hear it. Yep, I hear that saxophone. Perfect. Okay, now who do I complain to besides you?
Oh, okay. You want to talk to my boss?
Yeah, he's probably going to call me dumb, too, because you don't really have a boss, right?
Well, no, I have a boss. Hold on 1 second. I'll transfer you.
You don't understand, do you, that we're Evan with you? And we're gonna call you dumb for a long time. You should hang up now.
The boss is not picking up his line.
I knew that, and I did record your message, so that's fine, too. So you know that I did that because I'm really quite dumb, quite an idiot, quite stupid. Anything else?
No, don't be so hard on yourself.
No, I won't be. That's fine. I will.
Alli Show. If you need us, we're here for you at 800-520-1067.
Hey, so I'm calling about the 10,000 taco challenge.
Hold on, before we get it back to the 10K for LA, our way of trying to help some of the many businesses that are struggling right now with all of the ongoing ICE raids, taco stands that are losing business, losing workers, etc., asking you to please pledge your support. We will get the official tally from Vanessa coming up very soon as to just how many tacos we took down yesterday. And please, over these next few days, eat more tacos, tag us in pictures so that we can go go ahead and get the word out. And we've had so many different taco truck stands reach out to thank us for helping to spread the word and send some business their direction. They could greatly use it right now for a variety of reasons. So we will get the tally after your news, but your news starts now. And then your Blink 182 tickets will be coming up just after 9 o'clock on KROQ.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Well, the internet wins again. Last hour, I told you that social media is now America's #1 news source. More people are getting their news from the internet than anywhere else. And now, streaming has officially surpassed broadcast television in the U.S. for the first time. Streaming now accounts for 45% of your watching. Broadcasting is now at just 20%. So people who are watching broadcasting cable TV is going way down. And we knew this. This was happening for a while, but this is a big mile marker and a big win for streamers. And the leading streamer, what do you think it is? The #1 streamer that is winning the streaming wars currently?
It's got to be Netflix. I'd be shocked if it's not.
I think it's YouTube.
It is.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah, I did read that. I don't really.
YouTube.
That's fine. I don't consider YouTube a streamer, I guess.
Well, I think also now because of YouTube TV.
Yeah. But I guess YouTube, of course, it's like dominant overall.
Yeah, no thanks to us, by the way.
No. Yeah, but you know what? Hey, let's put it this way. Since we were not doing the show on YouTube, and YouTube was not the leading streamer, and now we are doing the show on YouTube, and guess what? Leading streamer.
Yeah, we can take that and suck it.
I don't think it's just a giant coincidence that now we are on a platform that is a leading streamer.
Crushing it.
So let's just say between our show and YouTube, we are the leading streamer.
It's the one thing that we have not mushed.
Not yet.
On the show.
But the day is young.
Exactly. All right. R.I.P. to one of the best female chefs on television, Anne Burrell. She passed away at the age of 55. She passed away suddenly. And she was on pretty much every cooking show. You name it. It was Iron Chef America, Chef Wanted, Chopped, Worst Cooks in America, House of Knives. She put out 2 cookbooks. There was a lot of popularity that she had starting back from 2000 up until today. She was very, very, she was very much all over any cooking show or any TV network, cooking network. And I just wanted to point out one of her biggest claims to fame, this sentence right here.
Hot, caliente, caliente.
That was the tribute that we were able to put together for her.
Hey, we're good at tributes.
And then Burrell, I guess they said a woman matching the description of Anne Burrell, which I guess is the same description that matches Guy Fieri.
Yeah, they look very similar.
There's
like
somebody with really blonde, spiky hair.
I feel like maybe he got a little, felt threatened a little bit.
Yeah, I know. They were like having a spiky hair off. Was found unconscious and unresponsive at her home in Brooklyn. So they're going to do an autopsy and figure out the cause of death because it did seem pretty sudden. All right, and then we've had a great relationship with Trader Joe's here in Los Angeles. Everyone loves going to Trader Joe's. And now it appears that they have
Not everybody loves you love it because you think they're flirting with you.
Dude, everybody loves Trader Joe's.
I love it.
Yeah, but Allie, they had to put up a billboard to let everyone know that they weren't flirting with you. That's just how they are with everyone.
How does that disprove my point? Everybody loves going to Trader Joe's.
I'm just saying you shouldn't love it as much as you claim you love it because
I think they've gotten even more flirtatious.
You came on the air and said, guys, I'm not trying to brag, but I got flirted with at Trader Joe's when I was returning some moldy tortillas, and we said they weren't flirting with you. They're nice like that to everyone, and you said, no, it was me. And then they literally put up a billboard that said, we're so nice you'll think we're flirting with you.
Dude, there was a woman that made intense eye contact with me, and she said, can I help you bag that? And I was like, dude, what are you
She's talking about your face.
Okay, shut up. All right, moving on to the actual news story. It has
got a couple of papers for that head of hers, huh? What do you say?
Double bag it for
hey,
sure.
Did we ever send Allie with a microphone down to the Trader Joe's to record this flirtatious action?
It's funny, Omar, that's a great idea. We actually did send Allie yesterday to confront. Remember how she's...
We don't need to play this.
No, I will play it later. We sent Allie with a hidden microphone yesterday into the gas station that she claims was trying to charge people for the air.
No, it wasn't
free
the
air.
same gas station. It was a gas station.
Right. She went to a place that was charging for air to basically shut down this whole, everyone gets free air at a gas station.
Kind of blew up in my face.
And the audio is great because Allie tries to sneak attack them and they don't. We'll get into that next hour, but man, she got put in her place real quick.
Whatever. So the point I'm making is that I think Trader Joe's has reached an important milestone because they are officially opening new locations that are across the street from one another.
Oh, there's the one in Sherman Oaks.
Starbucks status.
Yeah, they're getting Starbucks status. So there's one in Sherman Oaks, and they just opened another one directly across the street, and a lot of people were like, oh, okay, they're going to close close the other one and just focus on this one. Nope, they're planning on keeping both of them open, and the new one is obviously much newer. This is a pretty old Trader Joe's, the other one in Sherman Oaks. This one has an attached underground garage that's like huge, so this is like going to be a great location for people because it actually has parking.
I know the other one, the original one. I've been to the new one. The original one, which is I think on Riverside.
Yeah.
The parking lot is, and the parking lots are always bad, but that is a number one draft pick, worst Trader Joe's parking lot on the planet, which I assume is why they had to open the other one just for the parking, because that first one is absolute.
It's Sherman Oaks, so it's probably a pretty busy one too, I would imagine, right?
It's definitely small. And the only time I was ever in there, I think I ran into Benji Madden was in there.
That's my neighborhood Trader Joe's, and yeah, it's so bad. They had like 2 security guards in the parking lot all the time because it was so bad.
Yeah, cars constant. Anyone moves
just
the
directing traffic,
smashing into each other.
Yeah, the parking spots are like really tiny too for like compact vehicles.
Well, somebody else on social media pointed out that it's also very close to 2 other Trader Joe's.
Yeah, so
so there's like 4 within like a 1 mile radius.
World domination, baby. We get into a brand new hour of the show right now. The very first thing we do is get you in to see Blink 182 because we officially kick off KROQ's summer ticket blowout, and here we go.
Klein Alli Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
That is the sweet sound of us blowing out tickets on KROQ. Catch your tickets. We got them for you every hour, starting now and happening all day long here on the world-famous KROQ. Good morning. We are Klein Alli Show. Perhaps you're a brand new listener, in which case you picked the exact right time to start listening because we will bribe you with tickets to see one of the greats, Blink 182, a band that has no shortage of hits and, as everyone agrees, a great live band as well. So we sent you to see them live. That is the first pair of tickets we have for you this morning. And then next hour, we will get you in to see Lumineers. And then, of course, Nicole Alvarez will have some bleachers for you. And we'll just keep on giving you stuff until we're out of tickets. It's KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout, and it starts right now. I'm Klein. That is Alli.
Hi.
That is DJ Omar Khan there. That's Jake the Nerd.
What's up?
You got Postmaster Johnny in the back, and Vanessa is recovering. She's all winded from playing pickleball against Alli.
Well, she had to run back and forth pretty heavily because she's so short.
Oh my God. You won't believe it, Alli,
I kicked Klein's ass
you didn't
during that break.
First of all,
you were watching on the live stream.
Every rule of pickleball, and I don't even know the rules.
I told you I don't know the rules.
You violated all of them.
I imagine it's a combination of tennis rules and ping pong rules.
Oh,
yeah,
we have an expert on the phone that can shed some light on this. Hold on one second. Let's do this. Let's give away these tickets quickly, and then we have someone who claims, they own a pick. Hold on. Now I'm curious. Wait. We'll get to caller 20 in a second. Hey, Jane.
Hi.
Hi. What is your title?
I'm the general manager of Pickle Pop in Santa Monica.
Oh, is it? That's like indoor pickleball courts, right?
Yes.
Okay, hold on one second. This is very exciting. I don't know if you saw a moment ago on our YouTube or you're listening, but Alli has been challenged by children, and she believes...
I've never picked up a pickleball paddle until this weekend.
She believes she's a pickleball prodigy. How many people play for the first time and also think that they're a pickleball prodigy?
90%.
Okay.
Thank you.
How do you just have that stat
because everybody plays it and goes, this is fun, but they also think, wow, I'm way better at it than I should be, considering I've never played before.
Some people really do have that it factor, right?
Yeah.
And you think
she doesn't
I'm
sound
one of those
convinced.
people. So what are you saying exactly?
Is there any way, because we want Alli to battle these children. I don't know if when you're even open, is it just nighttime or daytime? But is there any way we can come after the show maybe on Friday and actually let Alli battle these children at one of your courts?
Yeah, Alli, we would love to have you.
Great.
You can definitely come here on Friday afternoon.
Okay.
Would it be okay if she's battling 2 children, like kind of a Canadian doubles style pickleball?
Yeah, that works for us.
Okay, great. And
can you teach me all the rules? Because I don't know any.
Okay. We'll have someone here to help you with the rules.
Yeah. Does that sound like something a prodigy would say?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is because it's like, oh, that girl who played really good chess in that one show, like she didn't even know the rules and she was just like, checkmate. Like, you could figure it out.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
She didn't know the rules. Of course she knew how to play chess. What's wrong with you?
Your example is so broken right now.
Whatever.
Hey, is Pickle Pop in Santa Monica like the kind of place where
you can drink?
No. Can anyone come and watch Alli get beaten by children, or is it like a closed to the public thing?
No, we're open to the public. We have bleachers that people can come sit on and watch her play. And we do have drinks as well.
Great.
So you're saying right now, on Friday, we got to figure this out with Vanessa off the air, but after we get off the air, Alli can bring her little paddle, go down there. The children, hopefully, if it's
drunk,
the children will be able to come and play Alli, and we can sit and watch her get beaten by children?
Exactly.
Oh,
okay.
I love it. Hold on one second.
I think if we're going to have this be fair, the children need to be a little drunk.
We're not getting the children drunk. We're not getting the children
a shot
drunk.
each.
A Pickle Pop. Vanessa, talk to Jane off air. Thank you, Jane. Thank you for calling.
I didn't realize.
Excited to have you.
Okay, great.
I didn't realize this was going to get so real.
It's happening now, and it's happening on Friday.
Okay, great.
No time to waste.
All right.
Alli
I don't even have time to practice this week, so this is just going to be another fail.
Alli gets beaten by children this Friday after the show. I love it.
I gotta watch some YouTube tutorials.
I can't wait. Let's get those twins on the phone, because I do want to hear what they have to say now. See if they're available.
See if Cripple Cody could make it down.
Oh yeah. See if Cripple Cody can start pedaling.
So I can do like opening matches, pedaling.
Whatever he's got to do. Yeah, get Blind Charlie there. Let's load up that handicap
My undercard
situation.
matches.
One arm Gary.
I'll beat his ass again.
It's KROQ Klein Alli Show. Pick the winner next. Sorry to keep you on hold. We got to get some music on. That's why we're here. Anna in Ontario. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Klein and Alli. Woo!
You are caller 20.
I'm so pumped. Thank you, guys. I've been trying for those Blink tickets.
You are going to go see Blink. Every hour it's different bands. You will see some Blink. Here's a tease.
And I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight. I need somebody and always. This sick, strange darkness.
They're
comes
pivoting.
creeping up. So haunting every time. Así que empecé a contar.
That is a viral sensation known as Blink 182. That's actually not the band's name, but
That
the
is hilarious.
clip's getting a lot of buzz.
Voice of treason.
Well, you know I
Stop this pain tonight. Stop this pain tonight.
All right, so there you have it. Anna, you'll be seeing the real Blink 182. I'm sorry we couldn't get you tickets to see these guys.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, they're sold out.
We should try to find that band, though. I'd love them to play a show for us.
Yeah.
Anna, hold on 1 second, and you're as good as in, and thank you so much for starting your day with us on KROQ. Greatly appreciate you, all right? Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You guys rock, man.
All right, thank you. Enjoy the Blink show.
What's happening back there?
I think she's maybe in the band.
Hey!
All
All right, well, gracias.
we should, you know what? We should track down that band that did the Blink cover, Blink 182, as they're being called on socials, and see if they would potentially play some sort of a celebratory party once we hit the 10,000 tacos, the 10K tacos.
Oh, I thought you
for
wanted
LA.
them to play at the pickleball match.
I don't think we can. If they would love, I'd love them to come out and play Friday in Santa Monica at Alli's pickleball match just announced.
Hi, can you play at Pickle Pop, please, on Friday at noon?
I think these guys have like quite a following though, and I think they're actually booked and go on the road and play songs, originals too.
I would want to see
Yeah, I have
them.
another song here.
Oh my God, adios mio.
Oh my God, where did that come from? That is my new
Jake just
favorite.
sent that this morning.
Yeah.
What was that from?
You were impersonating Vanessa's mom.
Vanessa, we've never met your mom. Is that an accurate impression?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right, we got to take a break. When we get back, though, we are going to get the official tally. We've been asking you, and we've
Of
been
how many people we offended in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, we're trying to offend over 5,000 people in 3 minutes. 10K for LA. It's our quest to eat as many tacos as we can and help some of the communities that are struggling right now, understandably so. When we get back, Vanessa's got a new number. It's been updated through the morning. She's been counting all your tacos. Every picture we're tagged in, every person who's called the GOAT line left a message. We're adding all of them up as we try to eat together 10,000 tacos in L.A. Do your part. Start eating. It's never a bad time for a taco. We'll come back with the results of that. We've got more tickets to give you, and the show continues next.
Ladies and gentlemen, KROQ. No down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands. On a KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including Turnstile at Exposition Park, October 4th. Lord at the Kia Forum, October 18th.
Never be royal.
Bleachers at Great Park Live, October 25th. Heim at the Kia Forum, October 9th. Back with the Pacific Symphony at the OC Fair, July 30th. And more. A different show every hour on a KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. Courtesy of Golden Voice.
Hey, this is Beck. Keep it on KROQ to win.
vagina. Penis vagina. Penis poop pee trailer.
KROQ, we are Klein Alli Show. Want to see Linkin Park? That could be one of the many bands. We've got tickets to give you as part of KROQ's Summer Ticket Blowout, which is continuing all day long. Before we get into round 2 of the summer draft, we should get a total because we've been asking you to just devour tacos for the last 24 hours. It's all part of our 10K for LA. That's 10K tacos to help support some of the many businesses, taco carts, taco trucks, etc., that are struggling right now.
The crowd used to be 10 deep, and now there's barely a line.
It's not a joke. They took all my employees.
They're afraid. Or people that are come, to get a quick bite are not coming out because they're scared to be out.
ICE has started to abduct taqueros at taco trucks.
Business is so bad, he's parked his food truck for now and won't take it out.
This area is usually packed shoulder to shoulder, but in the days since ICE began its raids, business here has basically collapsed.
10,000 tacos for LA.
Let's do it together. And if we pass that number, let's just keep on eating tacos. Trust me when I say everyone's excited about tacos, unexpected or otherwise. Yesterday, we took down a bunch as a show, and we were seeing messages pouring through.
Yeah, you were really going to town on those.
I was going to town on those tacos. Those
Pastor with
Vanessa,
pineapple.
Vanessa was like, should I throw your plate away? And you were like, I don't know if I'm quite finished. Thank you.
I couldn't stop. I wasn't going to leave a taco. I wasn't going to let a perfectly good taco get tossed, even though it was half eaten at that time. But for everyone who's been a part of this and tagged us in their messages, we've seen them all. We haven't reposted every single one of them, but thank you for sending them to us and bringing tacos to friends and coworkers and doing just a small thing to potentially help a lot of people in Southern California. And we'll get to the tally in a moment. Vanessa's been hand tallying every person that's tagged us. And Vanessa, you're not counting each person as one. Like if they send us a picture with 11 tacos on a plate, you're counting all 11, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay,
Whatever
good.
I see on the plate.
Yeah, and somebody on Instagram pointed out that if it's hard shell, it doesn't count.
It's -1.
It's -1 taco.
Which I don't think is fair, but I mean, I agree, soft is superior, but hard shells every once in a while. Still, there's a couple places like Henry's a good spot in on Tahunga.
Dude, we got so many recommendations, it was kind of overwhelming. I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to hit all these up?
Shrimp tacos don't count either.
That's true.
Shrimp tacos do count because shrimp's a treat. Alli found, Omar found this guy on Instagram that may be the only guy that likes tacos more than we do.
And he's just saying what we're all
He's
thinking.
fighting the good fight right now.
We with tacos and tequila and enchiladas and burritos. Why the are you trying to lock the Mexican people up and they got the best food? Tell me that. Tell me that. Tell me that.
I love tortas.
Tell me that.
I love sopes.
Come on.
I love.
Come on. Keep naming them. Beans or rice, mole. We could go with the any type of tacos, molitos,
ropa vieja,
asado, corn on the cob. What did they call it?
elote.
Jake's favorite. Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob. What do they call it?
This guy's fighting the good fight. That guy, it's the sound of a man on the right side of history right there.
Yeah.
So, Vanessa, whenever you are ready, and I think that we have been monitoring, and it's been just one day in. The goal is 10,000 tacos. And I'm sure many more will get eaten, but just by listeners and people spreading the word. And thank you to LA Taco for sharing this as well. Some influential people in Southern California have started to spread the word. I even see this morning we got people that are retagging and regramming and deciding that they're going to go Taco Tuesday, Taco Wednesday, Taco Thursday every day this week. Whenever you're ready, Vanessa, what is the number? Did we get to 10,000 already? Because that would be great.
We are not at 10,000, but we got to 1,058. Boom. Oh my God,
1,000. That woman is shocked by that. Don't worry about it. She's very upset.
That woman.
Say the number again, Vanessa.
1,058.
Oh my God, Dios mío. All right. That's a good start. I was hoping it would be more, but that's a great place to begin.
That's a great start, dude.
It's a great start. And
Are you kidding me? That's great. That's awesome.
That's just some people that tagged us. And by the way, Vanessa, I don't know if you saw on our Instagram, but a lot of people that do not tag us, but they message us directly, a lot of those are sitting unread. So that number could be much higher than we even know.
I feel so bad for Vanessa counting all those tacos.
She's counting every taco.
She's really
so many
saying,
tacos.
Adios mio.
And she had to literally start over yesterday in the middle of the day because I messed up her whole count system.
We should just throw her off periodically.
Do not. I will quit.
So the number, once again, right now is what?
1,058.
But I thought,
oh my God, Adios mio. How many Adios mios are we going to get when we get to 10K?
But Vanessa, I thought that you said the number already climbed over to 1,069, but you couldn't update
Okay,
it.
well, let me look at ID
Definitely
real
confuse
quick.
her now.
Because she said that.
So add 11 more tacos.
Okay, but there was also a few people down DMs just in the last 5 minutes who said that they picked up.
Or picked up already this morning.
Yeah, here we go. I bought tacos and a burrito from Sergio's Tacos in the City of Commerce. Another person put me down for 5 chicken tacos for lunch yesterday and 8 Al Pastor tacos for dinner last night. So add those in, Vanessa.
Okay.
Oh, man.
562.
I hear
We
the
got
panic in her voice.
4 tacos, 1 California burrito, loaded potato, and a sopes, and 2 agua frescas from our local Hispanic food truck last night.
That sounds like a 10. I'm going to be like, okay, 10.
No, you cannot. You have to be exact. We cannot lie to the people. And the goal is 10K for LA. So do your part. Eat some more tacos. The very least you can do. Support some of these wonderful carts and trucks, and stands, taquerias that are all having a hard time right now. Tag us in all pictures, please. Klein Alli Show. Hashtag 10K tacos for LA. We will get into the next round of the summer draft after this, KROQ. KROQ, how would you like to go see the Lumineers? We have tickets for you in less than 30 minutes as KROQ's summer ticket blowout continues. But right now, we enter another round of the summer draft predictions as to what will happen officially in summer of 2025. Officially starts on Saturday. But what will actually take place over the next 2 months? Yesterday, we predicted what we believe the song of the summer will be. We also gave some predictions as to what we believe the food of the summer will be.
Guava Girls.
And told us a lot about people on the show. A lot of predictions. Where we're at right now, we're entering the round of fashion. What will be the summer fashion? There's always something. Fashion. Will it be the Lulablue or whatever that dumb thing is called?
Labubu?
Labubu? Or will that even be accepted because that's already kind of had its moment? Or are we already in Labubu wind down mode now? What will be next?
And I think that's a little too niche, I know everyone's into it, but I feel like people move on so quickly these days.
And then the final round will be the overall trend of summer 2025. What will it be known as? Looking back on summer 2025, it will be the summer of blank, because there's always something that usually we say, oh, yeah, that was the summer of Rat Boy Summer, or that was the summer of sex, whatever. So where we left off in the draft, I can't believe it, but when you think fashion, you think Jake the Nerd. And kicking off round 3 of the draft, summer draft, is Jake the Nerd with his prediction as to what will be the summer fashion for summer 2025.
I'm going by all my targeted ads that I keep seeing, and for some reason, I get tons of ads for corduroy shorts.
For some reason?
I don't know. They look pretty cool.
Is the reason that you also wear cargo and jean shorts every day?
I wear jean shorts every day.
What idiot's going to buy these leftover corduroy shorts from 20 years ago?
Guess what about
Jake.
the targeted ads?
Cool. I'm thinking about buying some.
So Jake is going to is locking in on corduroy shorts. Jake's team right now for summer predictions includes shrimp as the food of the summer.
Shrimp.
And his song is Dax Riggs, Sunshine Felt the Dark Side Smile.
Oh, my God. If you want to feel really depressed.
A real suicide
it has
anthem.
sunshine in the title.
All right. Well, whatever. That was Jake's pick so far. All right, Jake. And now you've added corduroy shorts to your summer draft.
Yeah.
Something that has popped up in none of our feeds.
Nope.
That's weird, man.
We move to Alli for the second pick in the fashion draft, the fashion round of the summer draft. Alli, what do you think?
So I don't know if you're going to say this counts or not, but I think the whole spray tan, even skin tone thing is going to go away, and I think the fashion trend this summer is going to be everybody embracing tan lines.
Aggressive tan lines.
I think everyone's going to, it's a show, it shows everyone that you're having a good time, having a sunburn. It's going to be like, yeah, I really lived this summer. I don't care. I just wore this tank top, and I didn't think about it, and now I've got these tan lines, but it's a sign of a good time, and I'm proud of it.
I'm strangely turned on, I shouldn't admit this now, but by a woman that has a tan line of a different, like a thong or a smaller bathing suit that you can see while she's wearing a different bathing suit.
That's such a specific
I know.
thing.
What a kink.
Bro, I've seen that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's not just tan lines in general. It's just tan lines of smaller bathing suits on regular ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't explain
How
it.
would you see smaller ones?
Yeah, how would you see them?
Guys, I can't explain how.
I mean, she's wearing a smaller one.
Yeah, she's wearing a smaller one, and then you see
kind of a big
lines of other bathing suits.
Okay.
Forget what I said. Pull this out of the podcast. All right, the point is...
So you're saying tan lines of bigger bathing suits, but they went for a smaller bathing suit.
Or different styles. Like there's you see strings from other bathing suits where they once were. I agree. Tan lines, I think, are actually super hot. In fact, Alli last year, I just saw this in our memories. It was like a year ago. Alli got severely sunburned.
Oh, yeah. I think that I needed to see a doctor.
And
then.
people photoshopped all sorts of funny stuff on Alli's sunburn, if you remember. If we could repost.
That did it for you, Klein?
No, that did not. That almost cured me. All right, Alli's drafting tan lines as a fashion for summer 2025.
And doesn't your wife do spray tanning and everything's all even?
Yeah, I don't like the spray tanning. She does it. And and by the way, she looks like almost racist. Like when she comes out, it is like, what happened? And she goes, oh, you got to let it sit for a few hours and then you shower off a few coats of this stuff. But I mean, sometimes I come home and I think it's a totally different person. I mean, it's wild.
Wow.
Like wild.
You're like totally different nationality.
Yeah, oh, yes.
And I think you get blind to what it's actually looking like because you see it so much and you're like, I want it darker. And then you end up being one of those like leather, dark-skinned white ladies
I think
that just look
she stopped doing the spray tans because it made the whole house smell like coconut.
Oh, that sounds great.
No, not good, though. I like my house to smell like shrimp, guys.
Coconut shrimp.
We go to question.
It smells like coconut shrimp.
Round number 3. Vanessa, what do you believe? I know you're very excited about this round. The fashion of 2025 summer.
I I think jelly shoes. Jelly sandals.
Yeah,
jelly shoes.
Jelly shoes, I think, are already here.
Yeah,
definitely.
they've been here for a
No,
bit.
but everyone's going to embrace them. The boys, the girls.
I have seen little kids wearing jelly shoes, and a lot of adults are going, I remember jelly shoes. I got to get me some of those.
I feel like I've seen those for a while now. I think those were already back.
They're going to be extra popular in the summer.
You think boys are going to be wearing jelly shoes?
Yeah, they're cord shorts.
All right.
Jelly shoes and cord shorts.
Summer can't end quick enough. Omar, what's your pick?
Yeah.
Fashion of summer 2025.
Well, one member of our show has already kind of worn this piece of clothing that I'm going to share with you here, and I think he's a very fashion-forward guy, and I'm referring to Johnny. And he wears the male midriff, and I think it's going to gain popularity this summer, and I think everybody on the beach is going to be wearing the male midriff.
Yeah, the tankini. It's the tankini.
Yeah.
Johnny,
What's a midriff?
You're wearing that shirt. You always cut your little shirt and show your belly button off.
Oh, crop tops. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were doing that for Pride Month. I didn't realize that's just something you're doing year-round, I guess, huh?
I thought midriff was about boobs. I thought he was talking about boobs.
No, you are an idiot. There's no denying
Isn't
that.
midriff like you can't show your chest? Isn't that what midriff is?
Yep, you got it.
You said midriff as well, which is a problem.
He's talking about a racing term now. All right, well, move on. That's a good pick, Omar. I have seen that
Thank
look
you.
on a lot of guys. Listen, they just got done with
You've
football
seen that
practice.
look on a lot of guys?
I've seen a lot of these guys. I go, did they all shrink their shirts
Are
in
you
the
just
wash?
perving out on a bunch of people?
No, I see. I study people. All right, this is what
Yeah,
I
you
do.
do.
I study people.
Is that shirt long enough for you, boy?
They make room.
My pick actually is, and I'm excited about this because a few years ago we had to live through one of the worst summers ever, and that was the summer of the giant bathing suit. Remember that summer, Alli? All these
Where it was
people,
like a covered up summer.
everyone was wearing these giant bathing suit bottoms that were like just massive. They looked like almost diapers. They
Yeah,
were,
some of them were like long skirts.
it was all of a sudden you thought you like got transported back to like the 1920s.
I think that was the year the burkini.
Whatever it was,
became a
get
thing.
rid of it. And I believe that this summer we were making up for lost time. And this is going to be the summer of the itty bitty, barely there bikini. The thongs have been back for a while now.
It rolls off the tongue so nicely.
Thank you.
Itty bitty. What was that?
Whatever, bikini. The point is, bathing suits are getting really, really small now.
Yeah, but that's also been a thing.
No.
Everyone's wearing thong bathing suits.
Smaller, even smaller. And I think guys are wearing, like I used to wear.
How do you go smaller?
I know. Everything is so small.
The smallest. Like you'll think everyone's naked up until about 2 feet away. And unfortunately for guys too, though, because I still have board shorts that pretty much go to just above my knee, and apparently that's way too long now. Like you got to go.
I think you go like a little higher than mid thigh for guys
which
now.
is terrible because my thighs are whiter than Alli.
Oh, thank you. Not with that sunburn.
And we go to the final round now. The last round, what will be the theme of summer 2025? It's our summer draft. We are predicting what we believe will be the big things to happen this summer. Food, fashion, music, and now we're going to post all of our picks, by the way, up on the socials at Klein Alli Show. The first pick in the last round goes to DJ Omar Khan. What will be the theme of summer 2025? The overall theme, one trend.
Well, I think it's going to be a big trend. I don't necessarily think it's a good trend, but it's going to be the summer of raw dogging, a raw dog summer.
Oh my
if you
God,
will.
that was mine.
Because I think more and more people are just going to show up to the beach without food, snacks, a towel. They're just going to show up, no sunscreen or whatever. They're just going to go raw dog the beach, raw dog the pool, raw dog any kind of summer activity. The summer of the raw dog.
I agree. People started with the airplane flights, and now everyone's just going raw dog the workouts, raw dog the beach, raw dog the pool.
Minimalism.
I'm going to go in the pool, not even put on a bathing suit, which goes with me. So small they don't even have one. And people raw dogging. It's the summer of the raw dog. It's a great pick.
Thank you.
You're up next, Vanessa.
I just changed mine.
Jesus, are you in space?
Over? Because I was thinking about the one that I wanted to say, but after hearing Omar's. Okay, so my summer is going to be the summer of day drinking. No one's going to go out at night. Everyone's going to go out during the day. Day activities, you're day drinking.
Yeah.
The summer of day drinking.
All this talk about getting proper sleep, so people are taking that more seriously now. So they're like, yeah, let's just get hammered at noon, and then we can still go to bed by 9:30.
Yeah.
Instead of this staying up late and getting hammered until 2 in the morning.
And a lot of those drink deals happen during the day, and then you get right into happy hours, the tail end of it, and then you're done. You're home. You can watch Netflix and fall asleep early.
Day drinking and
great.
done by dinner. That's a good pick.
I love day
Jake,
drinking.
you're up next. Summer draft.
Might be just because I'm so anxious about watching the news so often, but it's going to be the summer of war.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ.
You're so
What's wrong with
sad.
you? Jesus, Jake.
God.
Cord shorts are fun, though.
That's a song you picked is
But
perfect.
at least we have cord shorts is not a sentence anyone will ever say.
Allie, you're up next quickly.
Yeah, Omar kind of took mine, but I'm going to go with digital detox summer. So I think people are going to have experiences. They're going to go on vacations, and they're not going to take pictures, and they're not going to post them.
Well, that's what Omar said.
No. He was talking about beach, bringing stuff to the beach.
He said
It's
raw
different.
dog. Dog.
No.
No, it's the same thing. You're not
The
taking
digital
anything with you.
detox is a different word.
You're saying the same thing.
No, it's not bringing your phone. He didn't say anything about phones and not
I said
posting.
you're not going to bring anything.
It's not going to
with
bring,
you.
and phones especially, and not going to post things even
you're
when you get to your phone.
You're stealing.
So after you said that was yours, you're just renaming it.
At least we have cord shorts.
Now you're just stealing
You know
Jake's.
what? I like that.
Now you're just stealing Jake's.
I'm locking it in.
I hate to say this, guys. I believe that this summer will be considered the summer of abstinence, which goes against what I love and what I'm trying for. But if my wife is any indication of what is trending, abstinence is in a big way. And I'll tell you why. I think people now don't feel...
So they're going to be more naked than ever, but more...
Yeah, but
so they're just going to be naked and not have sex?
Everyone's going to be all horned up and not having sex. It's going to be one of those summers where they go, people are prioritizing sex less and less. We've seen the stats. No one wants to have kids anymore. Very expensive and messy and
And they
snotty.
love me time.
The people like me time, and no one wants to deal with any of the messiness of it all. Vanessa's been abstinent now for how long, Vanessa?
Well, I'm not going to share this with the world.
Not from space.
Banging an astronaut right now. We got to take a break. When we get back, we'll post this all up on our socials. Nice predictions on the text line as well. Be right back. We got tickets upcoming in about 15 minutes. Get you to see the Lumineers, your ADD news after this.
Klein Alli Show. The world famous Klein Alli Show. KROQ. KROQ. The world.
Let's get your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
We start with another retailer filing for bankruptcy. I admit I have never been to an at-home.
Oh, it is awesome.
Yeah, I guess I'm part of the
great.
problem. They're kind of like Ashley Furniture. They sell furniture and stuff, and it seems like stylish ottomans are just not paying the bills these days. Of course, they blame the tariffs and things like that for rising costs that they can't keep up with, but I think that was already happening because they are $2 billion in debt, and that just didn't happen overnight.
Damn.
So the only way out of that is to file for bankruptcy. They're closing 26 different locations, and I don't see any news about this yet, but when the liquidation sale happens, there is nothing like a furniture liquidation sale where everything must go and it's just a free-for-all, and you got to figure out how you're going to get a truck and pick it up.
So many ottomans.
Just load up on ottomans. You can make a whole bed out of it.
Vanessa, I think, was confused by the story because she told everyone, she freaked everyone out. She goes, hey, did you guys hear Home Goods is closing? And
that would upset me.
That would have created an absolute panic.
I thought you were going to say...
That's not the story?
No, it's not Home Goods.
I want to tell you that I called my mom and I tried to record her, but then she's like, why does it say that I'm being recorded? I was like, what? No. She's like, let me call you back. Because she loves Home Goods. And then I told her, but she got distracted by the recording.
Oh my God, I would have loved if you had recorded that whole call and it was the wrong
rumors get started. Hey, Mom, Home Goods is shutting down. Oh my God, that is me. And it turns out it's not that store at all. It's a different home store. This one's quite different. Although Home Goods, I don't know how that place stays afloat either, to be completely honest, because it just seems like it's just...
No, Home Goods and TJ Maxx, dude, their lines are always long.
They're always...
I'll tell you how a Home Goods stays in business is all those places are pretty tiny compared to at home. Like, I think their leases or whatever they pay for rent is a lot less than at home. At home is a giant warehouse. I mean, it's like almost like a Home Depot size home store.
It's that big, huh? So
it's huge. I love it. It's great.
Yeah,
the one in Cucamonga is not closing, by the way, if anybody cares.
Oh, okay, good. Omar's
I did the research. I looked at that first thing when I heard the news. I went to the list and see, all right, the Cucamonga one's safe.
You should pick up a new ottoman because it could be a good bed for Vanessa.
Yeah, we'll do.
King sizer. Get an ottoman.
All right, Joel McHale, who we have talked to a few times now, he admitted that he has had 4 hair transplants. He's been fully bald for a while.
I mean, come on, right?
I think it was obvious that happened, but 4 of them just seems like an aggressive, like that is a long-term investment. He says
that guy seems like a super vain guy, doesn't he?
Well, I think also because all the shows that he's done, he's like, I got to get new hair for this show, new hair for this show.
He started getting really in shape, though. He started getting really, ripped.
He's super ripped, yeah.
And that was weird because he used to just be this scrawny guy on E, and then he started, getting successful, and then it's like, all right, now I got creatine and trainer money, so he started getting ripped. And then one time he was on the show, and he was so jacked, I was, blown away. It was like Carrot Top level of jacked.
Well, the richer
that big?
Yeah, really.
He was Carrot Top big.
He was really big, dude. Real jacked. Very strange.
I love that Carrot Top is the outlet, is the bar.
Well, that was another guy.
That guy's always been jacked.
I think he just decided at some point, I'm tired of people laughing at me. Now I want to get big enough to kick their ass.
Well, it's also once you get rich enough, you're like, now I can really focus on this, right?
Yeah.
Before I was just a skinny underdog guy. Now I have money to be hotter.
But Carrot Top looked like he didn't do the work. Carrot Top looked like he had those weird muscle implants put in his body. That's what it looked like.
That is true. It was very cartoonish.
Yes, he looked very cartoony.
That guy will never need a hair transplant.
No, God, no.
But he said he spent $10,000 fixing his hair, and he's tried everything, the strip, the plugs, and he said, everyone's going to Turkey to get their hair transplants, but he was kind of like, you get what you pay for. If somebody's offering you to do it for $3,000, then don't do it because it should be more expensive. But this follows a big trend of celebrities that are just kind of coming out about the procedures that they've done. John Cena has been honest now about his hair transplants. Barbara Corcoran of Shark Tank, she put up a photo of herself with arrows pointing to every single little part of her body that she's had work done on. Ariana Grande said she's gotten fillers. I think one of the Jenners was talking about a boob job recently, and Miley Cyrus was like, yeah, I do salmon sperm facials.
See, I have a theory about this.
That's just a weird sex thing, though.
Yeah, which is shit. I think
that's
that people... People are trying to make it seem like they are brave because they are now being very open about all of the cosmetic procedures they've done. But also, I've noticed it used to be if someone did something, they got their boobs job, they got a nose job, they would do it and then they would hide away in the shadows of their dark house until everything healed, and then they would come out again and people would say, you look different. They would go, I don't know
what you mean.
But now I think people, especially in LA, are they love walking around day after surgery, face all bandaged up, because I think it's like a flex. It's saying, I spent a ton of money to do something that I didn't have to do, but because I value myself or whatever. And now you got all these people walking around looking like mummies that are all post-surgery, but they're all kind of like, I feel like some people now are not even getting surgery. They're just walking around with bandages on their face as a flex.
Well, I also wonder if it's an Ozempic effect, that everyone is getting more honest about being on weight loss drugs, and then now Botox is such a... Yeah, and like,
Thanks, Jake.
they wear that badge proudly, right? Like, I did this, and I'm better for it, and I'm happier, and my life is great, and because Botox is such a regular thing, I think maybe there's less stigma around doing things to make you feel more confident in your body.
You think people that are naturally good-looking or naturally skinny get angry that other people that were not born with the right DNA or the right genes are now able to achieve the good-looking skinny look, let's just call it, and they go, hey, you guys cheated. You went and paid someone to do that, where I was
so
born
to
with
come
it.
out as natural hot.
Yeah, like I'm natural hot.
Hey, I've had nothing done.
Because people that used to be...
Hey, look at us, guys. We've had nothing done. This is all natural.
Yeah, for a while, it was people would brag about, they would show their flaws, and they would go, look, I have wrinkles. I have this. I have that. Look at me.
Oh, look at Pam Anderson.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know.
A huge proponent of that, yeah.
Get some makeup.
Hey, you didn't know
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Okay, that makes it better. Thanks. All right, with all the important news going on in the world, we already talked to some guys working in the ICE building. Obviously, this is very top of mind for everybody. But it's also interesting that the media chooses to focus on one of the dumbest stories ever, and it's a debate that will never die. It is the...
Shrimp snack?
It is, no, this is even dumber than that, if you can imagine. It's the old toilet paper roll top or bottom conversation.
Oh, come on.
Yep, and apparently some kind of a new study was done about it, and this is worth reporting.
Does the teepee hang over close to the pot or under close to the wall? A professor in the UK seems to have the answer. Professor Primrose Freestone. Over increases the likelihood that you need 2 hands to tear a sheet. That means a higher chance of spreading germs and contaminants.
So they're saying the bottom is actually better because it's less germy, and if you have it over, then you have to use 2 hands to tear the ply, which means that you're gaining more germs. But
you don't
I think
need 2 hands. Just do it like Bruce Lee.
Yeah, dude, like if you're using 2 hands, then you're not doing this effectively. You need 1 hand for your phone. You're holding your phone with 1 hand, and you learn to tear with the other hand.
I don't use any hands. I just get up and wipe my ass directly on the roll. Is am I the only guy that does that?
Front and back.
Front and back. That's right.
That's
1 roll per
disgusting
use.
toilet roll.
We get into a brand new hour of the show after this one, and it'll be a decent morning. I would argue a great morning, so you've come to the right place at the exact right time. We are Klein Alli Show. This is KROQ. Welcome to your Wednesday.
KROQ.
Call 20. Looking for you right now, just after 10 o'clock, to win yourself some tickets. Part of KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout up for grabs. The Lumineers will be in your future. And there's many shows happening over the next few months. We're almost in Johnny's favorite time of the year, Jason. July, August, September, October, November. He believes that is the greatest stretch of fun things going on. Doesn't get the glory of the holidays, doesn't get the glory of, springtime, but he says, Jason, that 5-month stretch, that's where the good stuff happens, and we will prove that to you by getting you into shows all summer long. Lumineers tickets up for grabs right now. Call it 800-520-1067, and then Nicole Alvarez will have bleachers for you, and I think she's got some Lord coming up at 21 Pilots and The Offspring later today with Kevin Ryder, so just keep listening and be ready to claim your tickets and be a part of KROQ Summer Ticket Blowout. If you're new to the show, nice to meet you. My name's Klein. That is Alli.
Morning.
You got DJ Omar Khan there.
Hello.
Jake Z Nerd. And he's a big fan of what he calls cord shorts, corduroy shorts. He'll be wearing them all summer long. In the back room, taking the calls feverishly now. You got Postmaster Johnny and producer Vanessa. And lots to get into this hour on the show, including but not limited to, hope we have time for this all. There's so much stuff scheduled, and I can't believe that we're already in our summer hour. This is our bonus hour.
We need to do an additional hour to make up for it.
We got
don't say that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Our boss here is in the hallway and goes, well, hold on a minute.
Are you guys serious about staying until 12? Because why not? At this point, you're already here. We're already underpaying you. Why don't we underpay you a little more?
It's the Odyssey way.
It's the Odyssey way. It's right there in the creed that hangs on the wall that we look at every day.
They took down that magic happens.
Magic happens.
They took that down already? Tragic happens. Says what says. We'll get into petty claims this hour. And also, we've got stuff to give you. Tickets and much more. Tiny towel in your future this hour as well. Can't wait for that. If you need us, phones 800-520-1067. Come back with your winner next on KROQ. KROQ, we are Klein Alli Show, and a lot of people on the phones right now, but it's not just because they want to say hi or they appreciate the show, Alli. It's because they want stuff, and we understand, and we're cool with that. It's a transactional relationship. Colin?
Yo, hey, Klein. Hey, Alli.
You are caller 20.
Ooh, heck yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Lumineers in your future, and just when you think we can't be more supportive of the LA community by saying buy tacos, we could also support our white people by saying the Lumineers.
And saying, heck yeah.
So good job. Enjoy. Hold on, Colin, all right?
All righty, thanks.
Thank you.
Klein, you're good at giving gifts to people when you're, when there's like a death in the family or a birthday. I feel like you're a thoughtful person.
I thought I was, but last year I gave my dad a Father's Day gift, and I just got the finished product, and apparently it was a total fail. I signed, he likes reading books, so I assumed if he liked reading books, which I don't know how I hate reading so much, I sent him one of these things where basically it sends him an email every week for a year and asks him a question about his life. And then at the end of the year, it puts all of his answers into a story, and then it sends it to him as like a book, and it's a book of your life.
Oh, that sounds like so much work.
Yeah, I guess that's what he thought too, because I got the book in the mail. I don't know if they realized. I guess I paid for the package where they send him a copy and send me a copy. And the book has the first question answered by him, which was like, what was your favorite memory growing up? And then the rest of the pages were all blank. He never did it again. He only did it one time. Never again.
But you know what? You did think of something, and it was a thoughtful
I did
gift.
I put way too much thought into gifts.
So my dad had to have a procedure done, and it ended up being, he's fine. And
Cosmetic?
No.
Hair transplant?
No. Man, he would really need to do a long transplant process. He's got nothing left up there. But there was like this troubling thing on his lung. And they were like, let's take it out because it could be cancer. We don't know. If they took it out, it wasn't cancer, but glad they got it out anyway. But point being, he is now in the hospital, And my stepmom, updated me, said, hey, Dad's out of surgery. Here's the room number. And I was like, the room number?
Oh, you gotta go.
And I was like, is the room number there so that I can call the room phone? Is the room number being shared with me because I am supposed to send something to the room?
Yeah, probably you are supposed to. How long was he in for?
Well, he was only supposed to be staying overnight. So, he's getting out today.
So one night?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You don't have to send. One night? One night
No,
is...
but where's the hospital? Is it local?
No, it's far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should drive.
Well,
it's an 8.5-hour drive.
Yeah, well, if you care. If you care.
I'll get. But I'm like, what do you even send somebody where I think he's out, but he's not really able to eat anything? He's on painkillers and he's on a liquid diet. He's not big on booze. He is Coors Light guy. That's all he wants.
Are you asking her, are you asking why she gave you the room number? Is she expecting you to do something?
Do you think she shared the room number with me expecting that I should take advantage of that somehow by sending something, by sending flour? My dad wouldn't care about flowers.
No, there's nothing worse than sending something to someone in the hospital and then they're gone and it goes to some other sick person. You don't want that.
Just some guy getting a carrot cake.
Yeah, I don't even know this guy.
But I'm also all of his favorite things are probably food related and he can't eat any of that stuff. So what do I get for somebody who is fine and is getting out of the hospital? Do I give him something later when he can enjoy his favorite carrot cake?
What I would do is just send that people do those erotic photo shoots? You do one of those.
Of myself?
No, not of you.
Of him? He's in the hospital bed. What are you talking about?
I don't want to kill him.
You tell your you help your mom, your stepmom does it.
No.
Why not?
My gift to him would be my stepmother in a bikini?
Not a bikini, something like lingerie.
Like a boudoir. Don't they call those boudoir
that's what I'm
That is
talking
her
about.
department.
A boudoir photo shoot.
No.
Trust me, I'm going to tell you right now.
I don't need to I don't know why you have to sexualize everything. I don't need
a
to
stripper instead.
Yeah.
Well, now that's an idea.
Guys, you don't want flowers and they don't want plants because that's what they decided. Who even knows what a succulent is? I don't. But the reality is that guys don't want that stuff. Women, it's easy if you can always just send some version of flowers or something that was living that's now
Here's
in a pot.
An orchid.
Yeah, right.
I would love an orchid.
See, that's my point.
Purple.
And I hope you get a terrible accident. I'll happily send you an orchid.
Okay.
But guys don't want any of that stuff, and even balloons or any of those stupid things. I don't think guys care about that either. Food is.
My dad we would like an electronic toy, something that he can fiddle with. Yeah, that's what he enjoys is just tinkering with something.
But you're not going to give him an iPad because he had a surgery. That's a crazy.
No, and he's also not an Apple man.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, you can probably get him
strictly Microsoft, Google.
Get him one of those other tablets for probably $5 or something like that. Those things are nothing.
So should I just opt for nothing? Because I'm not doing boudoir photos.
I think you go with nothing. At this point, he's going to be out by the time you get anything to him anyway.
I know. The time frame where I have to send something is so small.
But I think you can send something to the house and just say, what I would do, I'm being serious. Whatever his favorite food would be. I know he can't eat now.
Have him write about it over the course of a year and
you
turn it into a book.
You send him a picture of his favorite food, text him, and then say, this is waiting for you at home when you can eat. And then the guy will salivate but get excited for whatever it is.
And then I send it? Or
you send it now. You
it.
put it in the fridge. Dry ice. Most of these food delivery things, they dry ice
Well,
it.
I mean, I read about sending sympathy soup, which is probably...
It's crap.
What do you mean it's crap? Have you done it?
No, but you don't want soup.
Everyone loves soup. Hot summer soup.
No
Come on, it's the summer of soup.
No, he doesn't want. How about a sympathy steak, Allie, or sympathy shrimp? We're all thinking it, guys. Huh?
Now that's an idea.
That's a treat.
Ladies and gentlemen,
KROQ.
no down payment, no monthly fees, just questionable decisions and a whole lot of wristbands on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Listen every hour from 9 to 6 to win your way into the hottest KROQ shows, including My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium, July 27th. Linkin Park at Intuit Dome, September 13th.
Let you cut me open just to watch me bend. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
The Offspring at Kia Forum, August 29th.
With 1,000 eyes in a good disguise, I got a bad
Incubus at the Intuit Dome, October 4th. Blink-182 at Acrisure Arena, October 5th. And more A different show every hour on a KROQ summer ticket blowout. Courtesy of Live Nation.
Win tickets all this week on the world-famous KROQ.
If you are... In the studio right now, the star of pretty much everything that anyone's ever loved for their entire life, and that's not an oversell, that is true. The great Patrick Warburton is in with us right now. Good morning.
Patrick.
Good to have you here.
Good morning, Kevin and Alli.
Seinfeld, sure. The Tick, sure. Emperor's
KROQ.
New Groove, sure. I mean, the list goes on, and it's crazy for a guy that's known for so many different roles. And now we'll talk about your stand-up, but you get approached by people, and you probably know when they're walking up to you what they're walking up to you for, right? You ever get confused? You ever have an adult that's like, this is going to be a Seinfeld guy, and then he's like, by the way, Emperor's New Groove, man, loved it.
I've been in disguise, actually, for these last, this big, stupid mustache.
Yeah.
I was never a mustache guy. I never liked them. But it's actually been part of the show, early part, so I think I'll keep it. And until we shoot it, we're going to shoot it on Saturday. And then I still have some more touring. And then I'm going to lose this thing. I'm going to lose it.
Are you excited to get rid of the mustache?
I am.
Yeah.
Well, everyone has mustaches now.
I know, it's
Isn't that
kinda
the new
cool.
look?
I tried to
Vanessa
pull
was
it
saying
off.
half the guys that she sees on Tinder have mustaches now.
She
It's
said-
a mustache look.
She said she's dating and she's out and about. She goes, every guy she meets has a mustache and a baseball hat, just like you. You're the popular look right now. Look at that.
Maintaining that.
Yeah.
At 60, at the tender age of 60.
That's crazy. You wear it well. It's funny because whenever I go on the Soarin' ride at Disney, California Adventure, you don't age because obviously that video at this point has got to be 25 years old, 30 years old when you're welcoming everyone to Soarin'.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I'll go on that ride with my kids, and I love to humiliate them in public places. So I'll have the mustache, the hat, and stuff, and nobody in line will recognize me. But when I come on screen, I just tell everybody to shut up because I love this guy. And then,
and then when they hear it, they're like, "Oh my God, it's you!"
And they're all looking around, and my kids just hang their heads in shame.
That's good.
Do you get to go? Do you get to go on that ride whenever you want for the rest of your life, or you still have to pay to get a Disneyland?
Well, usually because I don't get down there too often because we live in Ventura, but I love the joint and I've always loved Disney, but I usually when I go, we'll get hooked up with a guide or something.
Oh,
but,
nice. That's a good hookup.
The lazy, it's kind of easy because I go, I want to bring one of my St. Jude friends, so hook us up. And
Oh,
then I can
nice.
just, on a, do
No, you
that,
don't
but,
bring them. You just bring a healthy friend. Smart move. That's good.
Kevin. Never.
I saw that there was a change.org petition to change the Splash Mountain ride into an Emperor's New Groove ride. And I know they ended up making it Tiana's Bayou. The change.org petition only has 190 signatures,
That's
but
BS,
but
man.
still, is that something that you would endorse? Because I am kind of upset with the lack of Emperor's New Groove presence at Disneyland.
Well, it's always been that way, but The Emperor's New Groove, too, is sort of like a cult hit for Disney.
It
is.
is.
Did not do great in theaters, but everybody, in the last couple of decades has seen it, and started with kids on DVDs and VHS tapes and whatnot, but it wasn't even promoted that much because it was a rocky road getting it made, and then they had another Disney movie that came out at the same time, 101 Dalmatians, which was live action.
Never heard of
Close.
it. Never heard of it.
That one just sort of disappeared.
Right.
And that's the one they promoted. So anyways, but...
It's funny, too, because it's got like a 90%. I just saw the Rotten Tomatoes score for that movie. It's like a very high score. And Johnny,
top 3 best ever made.
We'll talk to you about comedy and stuff, but then we have everyone on this show is a fan of yours for different reasons. So we're going to get into a very exciting round of the man versus the fan, where we will see if we know more about the projects that you've been in than you. And some of them, it's been some time. But this Saturday, I didn't realize this is the one you're actually shooting. So you've been doing stand-up officially as a headliner for only a year, which for most people means they're still doing open mics in Pacoima, hoping to get more than 3 minutes on stage. When you're Patrick Warburton, you've been in a bunch of shows and movies, and you're actually good at it, which I will prove in a moment when I play this joke that had Alli and I rolling earlier this morning. You get to pretty much grow from small little venues to theaters.
Yeah, and I've done that within a year. Now, the thing is, and it is stand-up, you can't... I don't lean into, just industry, anecdotes because that's more of like a night with. So it is stand up. I was a little bit of a cheat because I was doing a show called Letters from a Nut for a while, which was stage readings of these letters. But I would open that show with 10 minutes of talking, which became 10 minutes of stand-up, which became 15 minutes of stand-up. The show kind of got old for me and was a drag, But that was my favorite part. And a lot of the folks that came to the shows were like, hey, my favorite part is when you open this thing. And I was like, all right, I want to walk away from the show. I'm just going to do stand-up now. So I started, my first headline gig was a year ago, and then I've been touring all year. So this has been the busiest year of my life. And throughout the year, you fix it, you make omits, you add stuff, so we're actually shooting the show Saturday night at the El Portal.
And would you like to have random drunk weird laugher guy in the audience for the taping on
Absolutely not.
Because there's a weird laugher on a special, like if you're and then you hear that person every single time you watch it, like that's unforgettable. But I'm sure it's nice.
Well, we're shooting it, so there's gonna be security.
Yeah,
any hecklers get
they'll take
removed.
them out.
You have a funny laugh or an annoying laugh, or you snort when you laugh, you'll be tossed right out.
I think that's all fine. It's the real disruptive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Patrick Warburton.live, by the way, for tickets. We're going to give away a pair, and it's at the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood. It's the first part of the last date, I guess, of your nationwide tour, and then do you retire all of the things you've been working on all year?
It's really not, and I could have shot the special at the end. I mean, after August, was it, or July 10th, I go back east, and I'm doing over a month. I'm doing 30 shows. So I'm doing New York, Boston, Connecticut, Boston, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. I mean, everywhere. And that's what you do. You get a rental car. I bring my sticks out there. I play golf with buddies at certain joints, and you just drive from city to city. So yeah, I decided to become a road weary comic at 60. But I am having the best, because I've never known this kind of autonomy. I've always been told what to do, what to say,
what
where
to say. These are your lines.
I write all my own material. I found that for the most part, nobody knows how, dysfunctional and weird and can read you like you can't, you know what I'm saying? And when you throw your own perspective. But, yeah.
The last time we had you on, we were talking about your golf tournament, which, by the way, has raised somewhere like close to $7 million, so which is incredible. And your golf game, you claim, is getting better. But now there's more and more stories of pros that are accidentally hitting errant shots and hitting fans, right? It happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever injured anyone by hitting an errant golf shot at one of your charity events?
Oh, my God, I did.
You did?
Well, that's
one of the St. Jude's kids?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Took out a kid. By the way, we've raised $40 million.
Oh, $40 million?
Yes, and by year
these numbers are very...
well, by year 3, but they're talking about last year. So
that was last year
alone, we raised 6.5.
Wow.
Which is actually more than the FedEx Memphis St. Jude. So we beat St. Jude at St. Jude.
Damn.
Yeah, listen, we're proud of, the success of this event, and it's all for helping the greatest hospital in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very
and so
cool.
many people, it inspires so many. But I stopped playing golf at my own event when I did hit the photographer. Now I had, it's a par 5. I had, like a rescue wood, and the photographer, I could see him about 70 yards up to the left, creep out from behind the bush with this camera. And I was thinking to myself, I wish he was not there. And I dead hook pulled that thing and kept it low off the ground. That took him right in the chest, and he dropped. And it was like a cartoon character. The camera's flying in the air, and he goes down. I thought I killed him. And I go up and I go, that's it. I'm done. And because there's just too much going on when you've got a huge event like this. And we have 2 full, tournaments. We have a concert where we have 9 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame artists on stage on the same night. I mean, it's a really big, fun event.
Sounds fun.
And in order to, cut time off of that, I just go, Clark, who's our chairman, I go, I'm not going to play in my event anymore. I'm just going to stay on a hole, and then we'll do all the group photos there, and that'll save us an hour on the night of the concert. Because, literally back then, we put Stephen Stills on stage at 1 o'clock in the morning. You do not do that to a cranky old Stephen Stills.
Right.
I go, we got to get that started earlier, because we go 4 or 5 hours of the concert, but it's been great.
Klein, how do you feel now about the fact that you raised $6,000 for the Special Olympics and pierced your nipple over it?
I pierced the nipple, and all I got was $6,000 for the Special Olympics.
We really got to up our charity game.
$6.5 million.
But he did pierce his nipple for the cause.
I did.
So that's something maybe you can add in next year.
A pierced nipple?
Yeah, just to read.
2 words that make everybody instantly happy are free tacos, and 2 words that make everybody instantly not happy, jury duty. But in this particular case, you are going to be on a jury. It's going to be for a petty claims court battle that is going to take place live over the radio on KROQ and on YouTube, involving Cass and her husband, Jose. I don't know what the issue is. They're going to share with us in a moment why they felt the need to bring their problems to petty claims court, but you have a very important job ahead of you. Should you choose to accept it, and you have no choice but to accept it, you will listen to both of them make the arguments, and you will determine who's right and who's wrong.
In the legal system, cases are tried from Supreme Courts to small claims court. But what about stuff that's too small for small claims court? This is petty claims court.
Hold up.
All right, we got the gavel, which means we're taking this seriously here. And once again, the first 100 texts will determine who wins and who loses. The number to interact, 800-520-1067.
Yeah, and you can also vote on the YouTube live stream as well. We have a net banger vote as well that I tabulate now with the text messages.
Thank you. Net bangers. You are not forgotten. Hey, good morning, Cass.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming on KROQ with us. Does your husband know why you've brought him to petty claims court?
He might have an idea.
Okay. And this is a problem that's been happening for a while, or is it a relatively new problem?
Oh, yeah. It goes as far as we've been dating.
And how long have you been dating?
So we've been together for 13, now married for 7 years.
So dated for a solid, let me just do some basic math.
I don't know if we have time for all
hold
the
on.
We
So
dated 6, married
hold on, I'm going to get there eventually.
Don't give him the answer.
You dated for 20 years and then got married?
There's no 20.
Oh, okay, well, close
13.
enough. Anyway, the point is you dated, he did something that bothered you. He still does it now, and you're still with him, so clearly it can't be that big of a problem, but is it one of those little petty things that has gotten progressively worse or bothers you more as the years go on?
I have to always tell him and remind him that it bothers me.
Okay. Let me just see if he knows why he's even here. Hold on, and then you'll tell us. Hey, Jose, good morning.
Rock them penny lines.
Nice.
Am I right?
You're already swaying the jury.
Cass, your wife of a few years, who knows, is upset with you for something that she says you've been doing the entire time you've been together. Do you know what it is?
Allegedly cutting my nails.
Cutting them, and what do you mean cutting
Just
your toenails?
cutting them?
We had a whole case where someone was mad that her husband never cut his toenails.
I know, and then I think we realized that he had like a deep fear, remember?
Yeah, he was terrified because when he was a kid, he'd cut his toe or something.
Oh.
So wait, what is your issue? You cut your toenails and what?
No, yeah, she doesn't like that I cut my nails. I cut them in the car. I cut them in the bathroom. And, I have nice nails. And so, she doesn't want me to scratch her.
Mm-hmm.
I can cut them during sex or whatever. I can cut them at any time. But
okay. You said bathroom, which makes perfect sense. And then you said car and during sex, which are not appropriate locations.
Well, I do have nice nails.
Some people are nail obsessed, and if they're doing any task and they notice that one of their nails is a little long or a little off, they cannot even continue to function with their life until they immediately remedy that problem.
Yeah.
It's like a weird OCD thing, kind of. But Cass, is he explaining this the way you would, or no?
No, so he's right. He'll cut them anywhere, mostly in the bathroom. My problem is that he leaves the clippings.
Oh, okay.
He will not clean them up.
What?
And I always tell him, go outside, do it in the shower, somewhere where the nails will collect, because I do not like seeing them around the counter or the floor.
Okay, but and I don't mean to fully defend Jose. For the most part, nail clippings are transparent. They're usually pretty small. It's not like you walk into the bathroom and it's just littered with nail clippings everywhere, right? I mean, it's a few here, a few there.
No, it can be the entirety of his hand and his toes.
So you're saying there'd be 20 nails? Let me do some math here. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
You're telling me there's
As
40...
many years as you've been married are nails on the ground?
You're saying that you'll walk in
our bathroom.
and there are 20 nails. And if he's cutting them that often, they can't be these big. Sometimes people get rid of a toenail and the thing is so big, Alli, it looks like it's like the size of a quarter or
yes,
something.
but then there are people who are regular maintenance that, like you said, they do it regularly, so it's just these little slivers, and those are not a problem. And they do, when you clip your nails, some of them do fly, and you don't know where they go.
Oh, it's like shrapnel. It's like being in Nam.
Exactly.
I don't think it's exactly like being a nom, but yes.
It's exactly like that. Jake's right.
So... Cass, you step on them, you find them. What is the issue? You like just see them and it grosses you out?
I find them. You mentioned 20, but it's more than that because he doesn't do it all in one go. It's not like one sliver. It's like multiple clips, and so it's like pieces going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like in the bathroom getting ready, and I'm finding them, and it grosses me out.
How do you know they're not yours?
Sometimes in the living room too.
No chance they're yours, Cass?
No, because I always do them outside. I always contain them like because I don't like it myself, I'm not going to do that myself.
I do feel like I always run into guys that have been banned from their, like, a lot of areas when it comes to clipping their toenails. Like, every time you hear about some man doing it on a subway, I'm like, that guy got kicked out of his house. Like, he was doing it in his house, and somebody told him, you stop doing that in here.
You guys had an intervention on me for clipping my nails at my desk here at work.
Because you were banned from doing it at your house.
I'm not allowed to shave or clip my nails in my own bathroom at home. I've been banned.
But it has to be done.
Of course. Or
And,
you could just,
and it's hard to pick up all the leave-ins because
it's not that hard to pick up the leave-ins.
No, but
You always miss one.
Yeah, because they do fly all over.
But
You
he's
don't know. It's
but
like
guys,
a zigging and a zagging.
He's not making the effort. She's not upset because she finds a leave-in every once in a while. She says she's finding piles on the regular of 20 to 30 leave-ins in every pile.
In my defense,
Uh-huh.
if I may,
Yes.
I am the bathroom cleaner upper, so I'm like, I'll get to it. I do.
That's a good point. Hey, by the way, before you vote, because right now the text line is already very heavy Cass winning this one, but if you are the bathroom cleaner upper and your theory is I will get to that pile when I clean the bathroom, that is a valid argument.
Yeah, I mean...
But he doesn't live alone, right? I'm using that bathroom, too.
How often,
He
Jose...
can dream.
How often are you cleaning up the bathroom?
Oh, deep clean easily like once a week.
So you've got like 3 or 4 days max of walking on toe clippings, and that's not very many.
But the thing is now we have a son, and he's doing it with our son as well. So now it's double.
Oh, he's teaching his son, passing it down.
Leaving the clippings because he doesn't believe they have to go anywhere. Now,
They're baby clippings. They're so tiny.
All right, well, listen.
Those I feel like just dissolve.
If you're just joining us right now, we're in the middle of a heated battle. Petty claims court. Cass says her husband of a few years, they dated for a few years before that. No one actually knows the number, but he has been clipping his toenails, fingernails, leaves them wherever he clips them. If he clips them on the couch watching TV, what do? Pile them up and leave them like on the side of the couch, or?
No, I try to clean it because I don't want to be the nagging wife, but when I have seen him and tell him, like, you're going to let them fly everywhere, he's like, I'm going to be cleaning them up. Hours later, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I make him clean it because I'm trying to show him, like, look, I told you you were going to clean it up, and you haven't, and they're still here. So it's 50-50, depends on the situation. But I have told him, like, go outside, and he's like, oh, clean them up.
But do you
and they never got cleaned up.
Cass, do you appreciate the fact that you're married to a guy? Because a lot of women, I think, would say, oh, my husband's gross, he doesn't take care of himself.
Oh, my God, have you seen long nails on a guy, like a straight guy who's just unkempt?
Don't you, aren't you at least appreciative that his hands are,
well-maintained?
Sounds like he's got some real well-maintained hands. I mean, borderline Vanessa, time to play the clip, you know? Right?
Well, don't even get me started on the toenails because they're not even nice looking. They're like pointy, triangular. He doesn't even cut his toenails to look pretty.
Oh, really?
The important thing is that I'm maintained. I can hold your hand, not scratch you. I think that's what the listeners want to know is, do I scratch you or not?
No one asked that.
No one wants
but
to.
That's okay.
I think we need to know about your triangle toes.
10 seconds of closing
Strange.
arguments, and then this will turn into an actual vote on the text line at 800-520-1067. Someone will be right, someone will be wrong. Relationships all about scorekeeping. Every expert knows that. Here we go. 10 seconds. Cass, you get the first 10 seconds. Go ahead.
I'm glad you maintain your nails. Just clean up the clippings. Don't let them fly everywhere.
All right, Jose, 10 seconds.
All right. I think as a nail cleaner upper, I think that I will get to it, and you'll have a nice, clean restroom with a sweet throne that you can sit on and occasionally see my nail or two.
All right. The voting can officially begin. We'll come back with the exciting conclusion of this petty claims court. It's listener Cass and her husband, Jose, at least for now. And he leaves his clippings wherever he damn well pleases. I heard car. We heard during sex, although I think that was an exaggeration. Mm-hmm. And we'll come back with the conclusion. So get us your text right now. Let's decide who's sleeping on the couch tonight here on the world-famous KROQ. K-Rock, Klein, Alli show. Almost done with the episode today, if you want to call the show an episode. But we do have to get to the conclusion of Petty Claims Court. And we'll give you another song, do some takeaways, turn it over to Nicole Alvarez. And she'll have tickets for you in about 25 minutes for you to go see Bleachers. She's also got some
nice
Shine Down and Bush tickets for you and Lord tickets. So we'll continue with the summer ticket blowout on K-Rock. Right now we got a relationship. We'll see if we can last through the Petty Claims Court. It's interesting you learn about the life cycle of relationships. We met talked to a couple on the phone earlier this week. Was it yesterday? That just got married. Newlyweds. Been married 4 days. 4 days of marriage. They were so full of hope and love.
I know.
Now,
they only saw the good in each other.
got a couple that's been married for 7 years. That 7-year itch is legitimate. Cass is on the phone. Jose is on the phone. She's accused her husband of cutting his nails all the time wherever he is and leaving the piles where they may fall. He claims he's the cleaner. He'll get to them eventually. Heated text voting going through. You guys understand that when we read the ruling here at Petty Claims Court, it is final, right?
Right.
Okay. All right.
He's bracing.
I'm just letting
bracing
you know.
himself.
So here
Look,
we go.
a lot of people have weighed in on this. 562 had a great suggestion. Why don't you do the nail salon approach? They put a washcloth down, and then they pick up the washcloth with all the clippings that have accumulated, and they throw that in the trash can.
You could use a tiny towel for that. One of the Vanessa tiny towels.
415, I vote for Cass, and as punishment, if Jose leaves his clippings behind, he should have to put them in his food. 562 said Cass is being a nagging wife. Let those clippings fly.
Let them fly, baby.
714, let the man clip his nails. He's teaching the kid hygiene, and if he cleans the dirty toilet, just let the man live. But I have tabulated all the votes from the text line and from the live stream, and it does turn out that Cass, you are in the right, and you have claimed victory in this edition of Petty Claims Court.
Cass.
Thank you.
You brought your husband here. You knew what would happen. He now, unfortunately, is found guilty, which means that there must be a solution to this problem immediately. And I think that as much as I would love you to have to force you to put all of these clippings you find in his food, that doesn't seem fair, and it seems a little disgusting. So for each clipping you find, your husband will owe you $20 cash.
Oh, my God. That's a lot of
I'll
money.
take that. Yep,
and that will add up quickly.
She's going to be scouring the floor.
Women be shopping, you know what they say, right? So I recommend that you keep your clippings where she cannot find them, or you will have to give her $20 per clipping. And if you are truly doing all hands, all toes at all times, Alli, that's like $10,000.
That's not how that works.
Thank you for joining us on Petty Claims Court. Greatly appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Sorry about your marriage. We're going to wrap up the show with some takeaways for today's show. Eventful show, lots going on. We will get to all of that after Somber. This is called Undressed on KROQ. Joe, let's get out of here. Sorry about that. Summer hours. We don't really know what's going on this hour, but we're here anyway, at least for now. Nicole Alvarez will be in here in a few moments. She's got tickets to bring you and much more. We'll do takeaways, and then the best part can officially begin when we leave. If you were not paying attention to today's show, just a couple of reminders that are important to us. Alli has officially will be playing these two children in pickleball on Friday at a place in Santa Monica. Vanessa, what's the name of the place we're going to go to?
Pickle Pop.
What?
Pickle Pop.
Okay.
Like a pickle.
Yeah, I got it. Thank
That
you.
pops.
All right. She will be. Alli will
Pickle,
be.
as in pickle.
High noon on Friday. We will be at Pickle Pop. And Alli
But
will
what
be,
does it mean?
And Alli will be battling two children. Did the 11-year-olds confirm that they can play then? Does it fit their summer schedule? Or
It fits their summer schedule.
Okay, great.
And wait, do we know if they have experience?
They don't have experience. Actually, I don't know this.
No. I thought the dad said that they've played a few times, but
Yeah, I think they play off and on.
Yeah, off and on, but he still thinks they can beat you.
Huh, okay.
So
I just brushed up on the rules,
Yeah.
and by brushed up, I mean learned for the first time. So I think I'm ready.
Great.
There's only like 3 rules. That's it. That's what's great.
Alli will be battling, and once again, I just want to point out, Alli does have a handicap, and she's still going to go and play these children. Here is her handicap. She talked about it earlier today in the show.
Now I have fleas.
And
I have
herpes.
herpes and fleas.
So she has herpes and fleas, but she's still going
I
to.
thought she was a hand.
She's going to overcome that and battle those kids on Friday. If you'd like to come, the woman who owns this place, who called us, by the way, nice lady, she said that Jane said that they got bleachers there and that they can accommodate people. So
And
if you'd
drinks.
if you'd like to make signs and come and heckle and spectate,
Bet on who you
gamble.
think is going to win.
Friday, this is just added to our schedule for the week. Santa Monica,
Noon.
Pickle Pop, noon. Alli versus children playing pickleball.
I don't know how long games are supposed to last and how many points we're supposed to score, so I don't know how long this will take, but be there.
I'm sure we'll be over this bit pretty quickly. So I think we'll
After
probably
5, from 12 to 12:05.
yeah, I'll probably give it a half an hour and call it a day. But someone did point out, though, that now that you can legally drink in Santa Monica outside, maybe we make a day of it. We just stick around and start drinking on the promenade. So.
Oh, that sounds great.
Anyway, that's the plan. We'll put
and then we'll have Vanessa get audio of everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna announce this before it's officially been vetted by the lawyers here. That'll probably try to shut it down. So let's just remember Friday, Pickle Pop, Santa Monica, us, Alli, children. It's going to be great. All right. Also, we're enforcing and asking that you please continue to eat tacos and share it with us. All of the tacos you're eating. Tag us, Klein Alli Show. The tally has been going up throughout the show. We're getting closer to 2,000 now. Where we left off, we were at 1,000 something. But all show long, we've been getting a ton of people pledging how many tacos they will eat to support neighbors and friends and be on the right side of history with this one and eat some tacos for a good cause. That cause is you, and that cause is showing support for some of the many taco people, taco trucks that have been so drastically, a lot of them have not even been able to open up, which is really sad. That's why we're trying to do this, to get some money for the ones that are still open, but let's go ahead and make it happen. All right, takeaways. What do we got?
818, my takeaway is Klein thinks Pam Anderson should get some makeup.
Okay, that's out of context.
It's not.
It's not. You literally said get some makeup. You said whatever, get some makeup. 818, my takeaway is shrimpy, 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 shrimpy.
I don't have my
That
kid
would be
singing it. But
from Klein's kid, who is also a big shrimping fan. 909, my takeaway is go Lady Lakers. Another
Hey.
problematic thing Klein said today about women. 213, my takeaway is that Joel McHale is carrot top ripped. 310, my takeaway is ay, Dios mío. 562, my takeaway is Siri needs to shut the F up when you're getting pegged.
Man.
And 626, my takeaway is Klein is the Pied Piper of fleas.
Wild show today. Just wild. All sorts of things. If you missed any of it, check out the podcast. Goes with the show. You can listen in its entirety, uninterrupted, wherever you get your podcasts. Also, check us out on YouTube because we are there. If you got the chance to look at some of the video of Alli practicing her pickleball with our stand-in child played by Vanessa.
I even
And
beat
she's
your ass in here.
convincing child. Alli, your takeaway from today's show.
My takeaway is if you want to objectify someone in the NBA, objectify Vladi the body.
Vladi the body. Men have been getting objectified for their body in sports for years. Just look at the great Laker, Vladi the body. Omar, takeaway?
My takeaway is that Vanessa's mom's losing it.
She is. She's lost it. Completely lost it. Luckily, Vanessa gave her the wrong information. It's not Home Goods that's shutting down. It's some other store.
At home.
And finally, you have a takeaway, Jake the Nerd?
Yeah, a new word for hoo-ha is side thigh.
Got to check out that side thigh. See you tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Try to do
It
it
was
better.
my side thigh. It was most definitely right in the middle.
it
was my side thigh.
Have a great day. We'll do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. Stick around for Nicole Alvarez next on KROQ.
World famous KROQ.
Klein Alli Show.
Klein Alli Show.
KROQ.